everybody, and welcome to the Monday Sound Stream. We are doing stuff today. We are going to talk about things. I got two different movies I watched this weekend that are sequels to a TV show that are part of a trilogy that take place at a castle. Weird how that worked out, but you know, life is fun like that. So, good times. And then we also got like a bunch of news because every Blu-ray company was like, let's drop news like right before his stream. And I'm like, thank you for doing it right before instead of right after, like what always happens with Bandai. So,
Yeah.
good stuff. Let's introduce my co-hosts so we can make sure we can hear them. We got Ryan in one corner.
Hello.
And we got Jerry in the other corner.
Today is gonna be wild in my town.
Is there any particular reason?
Raw. Yeah, Monday Night Raw.
Oh boy. That'll make it real interesting. Yeah, so I think we should just like, first of all, say hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm not going to talk about the Nintendo Direct news because we're doing that on Jerry's stream tomorrow, which you can find at this
TV/FighterCows.
Yeah. We'll do a full talk about the Nintendo Direct tomorrow, but I'm sure people want to know what I think of Kamen Rider Samus Aran.
You'll get more time to talk too, because I went off on Friday, but I need to hear you on tomorrow.
Also, the Breaking Bad Mexico filter has returned.
I just saw it's back.
Do not know what's causing that. Usually, it's only when I have the window open. The window's closed because actually the temperature is not hot today.
It's a crisis event happening outside your window, but it's yellow.
Oh, there we go.
Red.
Okay, if I do that, see if I do this. All right, cool. I fixed it. It was the brightness on my computer. It was making everything yellow. All right. Anyways, Metroid Prime 4. If you guys know from recent videos, I am so much a huge Metroid fan. I love the bike. I love the way that Samus looks riding the bike. I love that Psylux is getting an amiibo. I love that the game is coming out in December.
Let's say how you feel about them amiibos.
The prices suck, but
yeah,
not the Kirby prices. They're not $50 like the Kirby ones. So
I would say about the amiibo. I would say about the amiibo price. I feel like some people don't realize about amiibos have changed a lot since they first came out. They're no longer like they're literally mini statues at this point.
I'll do like a short when I get them, so I can be like, "Here's all the Metroid amiibos," and you'll just see how much they just increase in size over time.
Yeah. So because I don't want to get too much into price details, but like. I feel like I think where stuff like the Mario Galaxy bundle being $70 is ridiculous. Stuff like the Virtual Boy and the Amiibos, I can't fully blame because it's been kind of proven that other countries' prices aren't insane.
Yeah.
Like here in the West, so there's obviously a tariff issue.
Yeah, it definitely is 100% a tariff thing. Darkon's been researching prices in every country all weekend, and the game prices is definitely more of a Nintendo thing, but the product prices are definitely tariff involved.
Yeah, that is very much outside the control. Like most of the tariff price increase with plastic goods, toy goods, and all that stuff.
So back on the Metroid thing, I will say, I think I've set myself up for failure, but I think
Metroid Game Guide.
There will be a Metroid Game Guide, but the thing I was a little bit bummed out about was that there was no Prime 2 and 3 re-release at all. Because I thought they were going to do that.
I think they will come one day. I think the thing is, I think it's going to have the race right now of which one's going to come first. Either Prime 2 and 3 remaster ports or Prime 2 on GameCube NSO.
I still stand by if they were going to put Prime 2 on NSO, they would have done it already.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do a remaster, because I was looking into it, and apparently Prime Remastered happened because Retro was not working on Prime 4. Then Retro got put onto Prime 4, and then I think Prime 2 and 3 just got pushed off to, when they're done with Prime 4.
I personally want, not just Prime 2 and 3, but also I kind of want to switch to the Prime 1 Remaster so I can get mouse control on that also.
Maybe what they just do is they do it as like a Prime trilogy, and then there's like an update for Prime Remastered.
I mean, I guess they could do it like they do with the Mario Galaxy.
Well, I don't know what they did with Mario Galaxy, but like I was thinking about like how how they had these Switch 2 editions, like for Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you want this new feature, here's the Switch 2 edition, you can just upgrade it. I think that would be probably better. But maybe they'll do, like, they could do them as, like, single releases, like, all 3 games, and then put, like, a collector's edition that you could put all 3 games into. Like, I think Metroid can't afford to do a completely separate rebuy of Prime. But if any game could be one that people would buy multiple times, it would be Prime. So
I will say is once my toys of the new Vavula armor suit and bike. I think that's what's the name.
Overly priced Figma, and you get to
that's what we're gonna get
because Jax doesn't like to do anything that's not the Varia suit or a repaint of it.
Jax or Nintendo, either or. I don't know who's responsible for that. I kind of at this point, honestly, I feel like it's Nintendo. Because if Jax could do so much of Sonic and not with Nintendo and Mario, then I'm convinced it's a Nintendo problem with them not giving them the approval and licenses to do those stuff.
I will also add that if Nintendo is smart, which I think they are mostly smart at times, when they released Metroid Dread, they had these cool like recap trailers that kind of like went over the beat points of Metroid through Fusion. And I hope they do that for the Prime series, because I think that would be...
I was discussing this with my partner, but where do you think Prime 4 fits the timeline? Because I know 1 and 3, the trilogy was in between 1 and 2, but I forget, with Silas having the Metroid, is the Silas getting a Metroid... Yeah, I know the same Federation Force, but was that post Super Metroid or pre Super Metroid?
No, because that was pre Super Metroid. I think they've kept the gap that like Super Metroid, like Prime takes place between 1 and 2, all of it. Like whatever is in that series takes place during that time, because they never set dates on anything, so they don't have to conform to.
Okay, because we're kind of discussing because the whole reason why Silas kidnapped the Metroid, it was to make his own army because Samus killed all the other Metroids during 2. But I guess it does make more sense if it's doing.
There's also a possibility that's the case as well, because what was weird is they showed a Metroid trailer, but they didn't give it like a narrated segment afterward, like they did every other first-party game.
I'm convinced they're getting a Prime 4 Direct.
Yeah, we gotta be. Every other first-party game got it, so if they didn't do it for Metroid, I'd be kind of mad.
And it's coming in December, so we have 2 months.
Yeah, they'll probably drop the Prime 4 Direct in like late October, early November. Yeah, but I think the game looks good. I think they needed a little bit of narration because people don't comprehend what I think the desert space and all that, where you ride the bike, is an open zone, not an open world. But a bunch of people keep saying it's open world, and we actually don't know because they never specified.
The way how the trailer is, I think the bike is a permanent thing you get, and not just it's only available on this planet, because we see it in the desert area, but also in that volcanic area. So, and I don't think
also Samus drives up from an obviously open area, like a rainy area, and then gets out the bike.
A rainy storm, a rainy storm area. So I think it's not just only on this planet.
I have a feeling it's not like an open world situation. I feel like it's an open zone situation where it's this area you can explore, and then now you're locked into this maze.
The desert does look like Ares Island from Frontiers. It really does.
But yeah, no, I think I'm very excited for the game, and that was the highlight of the Nintendo Direct. And as my mom always says, why is there no Animal Crossing?
Does she like Tomodachi Life?
No.
it's too weird for her.
she did not like the first Tomodachi Life. She liked it when she first played it, but then after a while she was like, I don't like this game anymore. She's
back to Animal Crossing.
I spent all this time getting these characters together, and they can just divorce on the drop of a dime. And she's like, I don't like this. It's too much work for it to go away immediately.
Did she enjoy the Mario tennis cast becoming babies and Donkey Kong being a babysitter again?
No, she's not into that. I thought it was neat, but I need more to get me to convince me to play Mario Tennis. Though it looks nice, but I'm just not into tennis. But I will also say, the Pokemon Animal Crossing hybrid game.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love that.
I absolutely do not like it. The Ditto human looks so weird to me and unsettling, and I don't like it.
I think that's the point.
I like the concept of it, but that is an analog horror creature to me.
No, but I love people going so is the Ditto trainer dead?
Yes. So because of that. Yeah, no, I was like, well, they didn't show Animal Crossing legally, but there's this, and my mom was like, what is that?
It's a Ditto.
Yeah, my mom loves Animal Crossing, but it's specifically Animal Crossing. It's not the gameplay style. It's not the. It is those characters and those things.
Does she have a complete
doing.
set of the amiibo?
Yes.
Animal Crossing amiibo?
You know the worst part?
What?
We bought them at full price.
Yeah, you didn't get them when they're in Five Below. Especially
Nope.
that.
We bought them day one.
Well, last thing about video games, I need to ask you too. How do you guys feel about Mega Halucha and Legends ZA? As you both Hispanic blooded people.
I think I said it on a Jerry stream. I was like was it the what was I forgot the exact phrase I used. It was good. So I'm good on live streams, and then it's like, I forget what I do afterward. I said it like I had like the weirdest sense of hometown pride, or
you did,
yeah. I was like, it just got me fired up, and I was like, I actually want to play this game. And then I heard they left Mega Evolutions to PvP ranks, and I was like, now I don't want to play this game.
What will you two luchador memes be?
That is.
Oh man, that's a good question.
Boy, I had to think about that one for a while.
Is it not just the sound?
The sound.
It's got to be in Spanish, or else what are we doing?
What about you, Cass? What's your pro wrestler luchador meme?
2000 Makara? I don't know. 2000 man instead of 1000 Makara? But then that'd probably be seen as like stepping on 1000 Makara, and they'd probably fight me. And I'm like, alright, never mind.
But then if you win, you like.
El Fantasmo del Caos. So
yes.
And all the Spanish viewers can translate what Cal said and guess what he meant.
Yeah, it's like when I watched Blue Beetle, and my friend who knows Spanish was just like, "Wow, they cursed a lot in this movie. How is this a PG-13?"
I love that.
And I was like, "What?
They know something. They did something. I see Emily Lapato asked me, Ryan, what's your favorite anime? I have a lot, but if I had to choose, if I had to choose like one that's like I can just kind of rewatch anytime I want, I think it would be the first season of Tiger and Bunny. I rewatched that multiple times, so much. But that's just like the off the cuff, because I can't I can name several series I enjoy.
Nobody asked me my favorite movie. Will be here in an hour.
Yeah.
Cows, I'm sure you also are the same boat, right? Just like,
oh my goodness, exactly. Put on spot. I'm like, yeah. Oh no.
give me a
just
genre.
like Mario.
Give me a genre, and I'll tell you my favorite of that genre.
Yeah, I kind of saying where it's like you ask me what kind of genres I like, and what's your favorite each genre. I could think that I could do that a little bit better and such.
Yeah, like what's your favorite like mecha anime? I'd be like, Big O. Some weird like that. But that's how it goes. Let's get to our news topics here. First of all, the channel hit 30,000 subscribers yesterday. I was watching the count go up live. So thank you everybody for that. I noticed we do have some new people in the chats, and we've had some new people in the comments. Probably because this Ben 10 video did 12,000 views.
You're talking about the big Ben 10 elf in the room, because holy crap, look at that! Look at that!
And sometimes I gotta say, the upside of a bad DVD set is I get to make a great video out of it.
Yep.
It sucks though, because I would rather have a good DVD set. But yeah,
makes good content.
Makes good content. Count Joe just said 70K more for 100K. I'm like, let's focus on the 50K. Let's get there first. I like smaller goals because life's short.
It's more reasonable. It's more reasonable.
Yeah. Spider-Rose Price says I didn't watch the Ben 10 video because I'm not a fan of the series. It's okay. 12,000 other people did. I'm golden. Emilio enjoyed the Ben 10 video. I had fun making it.
You did, yeah. You did really. I know. I helped, but like you did a good job explaining all the problems and such in the video and such.
I thought I needed. That's why it's 50 minutes, because I was like, I feel like I need to go through disc by disc talking about this. I feel like you can't just throw it out. Like I feel like you can throw it out, but if I'm doing it, I'm going to go all the way and be like, let's talk about every problem. So yeah, it was good times.
I was
Yeah, Zeltrax.
rewatching.
I think it's 100K when you get your first play button, right? It's like 100K and
Mm,
then 500K and then 1 million,
something like that.
something like
Yeah.
that.
100K is first too.
I was
Yeah,
rewatching. Colin Joe said they won't be a Generator Rex DVD box. That's tax. That WB tax right off that show.
and that was back in the
Sadly.
2010s, so it's not even David Zaslav's fault.
Yep. I was rewatching your your TMNT Talent Tree complete set
Oh yeah,
video, and God, I still can't believe how Funimation did the original volume set episode.
yeah.
You know, Omniverse was bad. I mean, Omniverse is equally bad, but like that, but still, like the Turtles one, like oh
At least
yay,
Turtles released everything.
yeah, that's at least a nice. Well, no, not everything.
Oh right,
Back to sewer.
back
Didn't
to the
get
sewer. Yeah,
released.
yeah. But yeah, no, it's funny because I think a lot of people crap on the 2003 set, rightfully so. There are problems with it. I gotta tell you though, it's looking like a shining golden idol compared to this set and the '87 set.
Out of the basic, we just put the show on home media releases. It's the best one.
Yep.
Well, the biggest problem is like the Turtles Forever and the ingrained black bars, right?
Yeah,
Is
the engraved black bars and some of
it's
the video quality and yeah.
but like it's in order and watchable, and
Yep.
and that's I feel like that's the goal of these basic complete series sets. Can I just pop in the disc and watch all the way through? And the Turtles Energy set does it, does it well. I can just easily. I don't have to worry about switching discs to get the right episode order and all that stuff.
Exactly. And so, anyways, also people pointed out in the comments, and I didn't notice this. Apparently, the logo on the front cover is the reboot logo, not the original.
And that's fine because that just generic. That is just the
I didn't
generic
even notice
franchise
there was a
logo.
difference till people pointed it out. So
Technically,
I can't
mean,
blame anybody at WB for that because like I wouldn't have noticed.
I mean, technically, that's also the reboot logo is just a slightly modified logo of the Omniverse. No, of Alien. They started using that logo with the Omnitrix logo since Alien
Yeah.
Force onwards. It just they modify it. Like I think it's mostly the
The
colors
only
they
difference
modify.
is it's the Omnitrix logo in the
Instead
zero,
of the Kirby crack, instead of the Kirby crackle, yeah. But that one I don't mind. It's the reboot with Wheelbacks and the Omni King forearms artwork being used.
Yeah.
Like, oops. Scenario.
Then I did a comic book video, which I was like, cool. I was like, I need something for Friday that's easy. Balance my life out. Because look, see, I try to keep about an hour of content a week. So I went a little over, but like, I try not to overdo it. So I was like, I put this little video because I got my Superman 78, and I was like, it's really annoying. This is paperback.
I know Shad Dakota was the driving point.
The Dakota verse was the drawing point, but then I remembered once I got the Superman, and I was like, oh, I have more than one example of this. So that was just a little fun one. There's some people in the comments that took it much more serious than I was presenting it.
For me, like that's me with like I think for me it's like I think I'm similar where like for example I got all the Zdarsky the two Zdarsky Batman volumes I have are in hardcover, so I'm kind of stuck to getting the hardcovers for that series unless I want Inconsistency Land. But
at least you have the choice.
Yeah, where which would and I'm more picky about that when it comes to if it's the same series. I know the milestone return stuff is the same series, but like I have Static season 1 in hardcover, but I have Rock and Icon in paperback. So like I'm not too bothered by that, but because at least it's two different series at least and such.
So, on that note, last week's shorts were also a little bit easier. What I call easier is just like point the phone at toys and talk. And I was like, let me do a Demon Slayer thing, and I didn't have anything to say, so I just, was like, look at this Inosuke, and look how he's better than the Zoro, and I wish the Zoro was in the line as the Inosuke. And
you can pop Inosuke's chest off and put on Zoro and take out the pig mess with Zoro's head. There you go, straight to Zoro right there.
That's true, actually. That's a good idea. He'd actually have better arm range, too.
Yeah, because he has butterfly joints in Inosuke.
Amelia says, shorts also good. Thank you. Yeah, I also, and then the Kamen Rider one was funny for the mock driver because I didn't realize I had the Kamen Rider Store limited edition that comes with Dead Heat because I just ordered the one that was on Big Bad Toy Store. I didn't even know there was 2 editions.
That video did better than I thought it will, honestly. I just realized
yeah, same here. I was like, that's going to just go out there. It's funny because YouTube sent an email out. They're like, remember, YouTube algorithm doesn't worry about how shorts do. They're just kind of there in their own little bubble. And I was like, okay, cool. That takes all the pressure off of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this week's shorts are also going to be kind of like point and camera and talk because I'm planning, since we crossed 30K subscribers and I've got all the toys now, I'm thinking of getting that Boom Boomger Sentai Showcase video out for Friday.
Fine. It's fine. Free from the void.
Finally free from the void. There'll be a smaller video on Wednesday, and then Friday will be the Boom Boonger, and then the shorts will just be a kind of couple little point at the camera and talk ones. So that's the plan.
Which one rolls better? Shift cars or what's the
Signal
Boom Boonger
bikes?
car? No, what are the Boom Boom cars called again?
The Boom Boom cars.
What is that their name?
Yep.
Is that literally what it's called? Yeah, which one rolls better?
Actually, I think off the top of my head, the Boom Boom cars are plastic tires that are clipped in, whereas the shift cars are pinned. So
right?
I think they actually would roll better.
Also, man, like watching the mock drive video, like it kind of got me like nostalgia flashbacks of that era because Drive was like when I was really into Kamen Rider and like I was following all the toy stuff and everything. I was like, man, that was a flashback. You hitting the button on the mock drive, like I remember all the arcade mashing buttons of that thing alone. And so I also remember the hell that was trying to get all the shift cars back in the day. Also,
good God, somebody was like, "Are you going to get the rest of the shift cars?" I was like, "No, thank you." Yeah. So, let's discuss TV shows. Hold on, let me just pull up the right page here so I don't like spoil everybody.
One thing we need to do. One thing we need to do like a bunch of like Kamen Rider tier lists of like not just the shows but like best tier lists of the gimmicks, tier lists of the belts, tier lists of the bikes, all that stuff.
I have thoughts about gimmicks. All right. So review time because that's where we're at now. Let's see where are we at. Let me find my buttons. Strange New Worlds. So Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 wrapped up. And I have thoughts. I have many, many thoughts. Who knew that I would have thoughts about Star Trek? So we've been waiting like 2 years since the previous season for this to come out.
Really 2 years? Hasn't it really been 2 years? My God.
Yeah, it's because of the strike. The show's been pretty good on an annual schedule, but the strike threw them off.
Right. I keep forgetting not the strike, but more I keep forgetting the show is older than I think it is. I think the show is like newer for some reason.
Because it aired this year, but they filmed it in 2023 or late 2023 because actually they were filming it in 2023. Strike happened. They stopped production and production resumed to 2024, and then it takes like a whole year of VFX work because they do a ton of VFX work. And so like they've already finished filming season 4, so that's probably coming out next year, and they're about to go film their final season. So I think that the next 2 seasons are just going to be annual at this point because they're going to get everything filmed, which is good. But the thing I wanted to talk about was how insanely uneven this season was. Because we talk about like how there is some downsides to Star Trek being like serialized, right? Like every season of Discovery was essentially like a 12-part
movie serial.
Yeah, Blade Raider. Good. Yeah, good idea just to go on mute. Because I'm gonna say I'm not gonna spoil anything. But
do you have a card? Do you have a card because you're still on PSAs?
Yeah, let me actually just type this.
Essentially for replay, and also like
when you see the Demon Slayer poster, this segment is done. That's when I'll make the distinction so everybody knows. There'll be chapter markers on the replay. All right, so let me talk about these. I'm not gonna do spoilers, but I want to talk about my impressions of each episode. So we had Hegemony Part 2, which was following up of Season 2's cliffhanger. I thought it was pretty strong. I thought it was a good start to the season. It did a good wrap up of the previous season storyline, and I thought it was pretty good at setting up the season's story arcs. No problem there. Wedding Bell Blues was a comedy episode, which airing those in the same day was really not a great idea because the tonal whiplash from we're fighting a war with the Gorn to Spock gets into cosmic shenanigans about a wedding is just it's a little too much tonal whiplash.
That does sound like a funny episode, though. I mean,
it was, and we usually we do a wacky once a season because there's only 10 episodes, so you don't want to waste it. once a season they do a wacky Spock episode. So we did it early, and I was like, cool, let's get this out of the way and move on to
I
other
like
things.
I like how it sounds like like it's a sitcom. Like, oh boy, what's Spock gonna do today?
No, it literally is how the episodes play out.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, like
From what I remember, that's pretty much how
I'll go back. I'll backtrack because it's not as much spoilers. Season 2 had an episode where it was like, oh, Spock and his fiance have to go through this Vulcan ceremony in order to get married. But oh no, Spock's been accidentally turned human.
It sounds more like a sitcom, like
Yes.
Disney Channel video than a Star Trek series.
Like I said, they do one of those a year. And they're fun, but I think one a year is good. All right. Shuttle to Kinfori was a zombie episode. I enjoyed that. That was good. Had Klingon stuff in it. I like Klingon stuff.
Were they on Mars and were there water involved?
Sadly, no. It was
sadly. I mean, a good thing knowing the ending of that episode.
A Space Adventure Hour was kind of wild because it was a murder mystery episode, and it I just got to say this because it'll upset some people, but Strange New Worlds I enjoy. Strange New Worlds plays so fast and loose with canon that it makes me really appreciate how much they locked in on Discovery to not break canon, because Strange New Worlds has like a canon-breaking event in every single one of these episodes. So anyways, Space Adventure Hour was fun. It also got really meta, and for some people it got too meta. For me, I didn't mind it.
Question, did what's her name from Murder, She Wrote appear in that episode?
Well, on account of she's dead, no, but I would have loved that. But it was kind of fun because it had that kind of same vibe. Through the Lens of Time. Hold on, give me a moment. I actually do not remember what this episode was. The Puppets next season, for everybody wondering. Oh, wait, that's this one. Okay. Yeah, this one. Okay, so this is kind of funny. Episode 5, Through the Lens of Time, is basically part 1 of episode 10. It's like 5 and 10 are a two-parter, but there's 4 episodes in between. Anyways, that one was kind of wild. That one felt very Star Trek-y because they went to a planet and encountered a problem and had to solve the problem. And I thought it was great because one of the complaints that people have had with the show, that I also have the same issues, it's called Strange New Worlds, except it's like, what if we go back and look at the Gorn? What if we do Klingon things? I'm like, so where's the new worlds? Right? Like, you put it in the title. Where's the new worlds? That was a new world, a new planet, new civilization, new exploration of stuff, and Carol Kane being the funniest woman in the room, as usual, which was great. The Salat Who Ate Its Tail was basically the pilot episode for the original series, because there's an issue on Kirk's ship, and so the Enterprise comes to help Kirk's ship, and the people that get left to help Kirk's ship is Spock, Uhura, Scotty, and Chapel, aka the people from the original series, those characters from the original series that are also in this show, and they all got to work with Kirk for like the first time, and I was like, that's fun. That's a good episode. I enjoyed that. What is Starfleet was done as a documentary style and then broke every single rule about documentary filmmaking, so that bugged the crap out of me.
Is it like your dad who doesn't like
Top Gun?
Top Gun?
Yeah.
Top Gun scenario there.
It was the same thing. I was watching it and I was like, this is not how a documentary is edited. Also, why is this documentary about the documentarian and not the subject? As an episode, it's fine. But as a documentary thing, I was like, what? And then the week after, 4.5 Vulcans, I actually hated that episode. Like, straight up. Because guess what? It was another wacky Spock episode.
I say that's a sitcom title right there.
It was. Basically, the basic plot, which this was the first clip of the season they ever showed, 4 of the crew members are going on a mission to deactivate a device that has to recognize Vulcan DNA. So they take a serum that turns them into Vulcans, and then immediately they become bigots, because they're like, he's only half a Vulcan. Spock is worthless to us. And I was like, this is not in any of your character personalities. Why did Vulcan DNA make you all assholes?
Well, say, what, they drank the racist juice? Like, what
apparently. And so I didn't like that, and that's also not how Vulcans work, because the whole logical like demeanor thing is them suppressing their emotions, because otherwise, if they have their emotions out of control, they have violent tendencies. It's how the Romulans exist. I liked the stuff I liked in that episode was what everybody that wasn't turned into a Vulcan was doing, because they revealed that like it's minor, it's not spoilers, but Commander Pelia, who's played by Carol Kane, she's thousands of years old, and her quarters are off the grid of the Enterprise, so like nobody knows what's going on in her quarters, because she's like a little bit like she's a little bit psycho about like, I don't want my location tracked. I've lived through a lot of things. You can all find me when I want to find you. And so everybody was trying to hide from the Vulcans taking over the ship, and so they just hide it out, or they just hid out in her quarters. And they're like, she's off the grid. We can just hang out in here. It's cozy. That was my favorite part.
It kind of sounds like to me that it sounds like a scrap Lower Decks episode. Honestly,
Yes.
I don't know, because it sounds like I sick the gang of Lower Decks. We drank the Vulcan potion. We all became racist.
Exactly, and I think like Lower Decks would have played that as the joke, whereas like this joke was, haha, aren't Vulcans so stiff and unfun? And I'm like, wow, y'all don't understand how Vulcans work. Then we had Terrarium, which was actually it used an old Star Trek trope of like two characters are stuck on a planet and they can't communicate, but they have to like survive together, but they're from opposing species, and I thought it was amazing. That was by far my favorite episode.
Does Star Trek start that trope? Because I'm familiar with that trope. So
yeah, Star Trek started that like way back in TOS.
I do like that. I do like that trope. It's a really great trope.
Loved that episode. Thought it was great. And then the finale, New Life and New Civilizations, kind of followed up on stuff from episode 5, followed up from stuff through the whole season. It was a episode where all the character stuff worked and all the plot stuff just happened. So I liked it for character stuff, but it was not as strong. I think overall season 3 was not as strong as season 1 and 2 were.
Will you say the writer strike might have affected it? Maybe
I think it might have, but I think there's a bigger problem going on, and that problem is the show has 2 showrunners.
Oh, really?
So from everything I've heard in interviews, Henry Alonzo Myers is a showrunner who's taking a lot of like reverence into, we're doing stuff from before TOS. We got to take careful caution so we don't overwrite anything that was major. We may change things change things here or there based on one line, because like in TOS, Kirk said like, Pike was, I only met Pike once when he became fleet captain, but like Kirk shows up like 3 times a season in this show. So obviously they're just going to ignore that one line so they can have Kirk in the show, and that's fine. But then there's other changes that they made this season that like recontextualize later episodes and makes them completely different contexts. And that feels like the Akiva Goldsman part of this show. Because Akiva Goldsman, when asked, why'd you use the Gorn and completely change the Gorn to the point where they could have been a different species with a different name, he said, well, because I like the Gorn and thought it'd be fun. And so when I look at this list of episodes,
I just got flashbacks to some Doctor Who episodes right there.
Yeah, to put it in Doctor Who terms, it's like having Stephen Moffat and Russell T Davies co-show running a show.
That sounds disastrous.
Yes.
Right there.
And that's kind of the thing, is like I can go like, Hegemony Part 2 was like Henry Alonzo Myers and Akiva Goldsman together, right? It's Gorn stuff, but it's like, respectful. But then Wedding Bell Blues is like Akiva Goldsman's like, wouldn't this be funny? And then Shuttle to Conforti is more Henry Alonzo Myers, Space Adventure Hour more Akiva Goldsman, Through the Lens of Time more Myers, Saw Who Ate the Stale more Goldsman. Like it kind of bounced back and forth. I could tell which showrunner was in charge.
Like when you mentioned I just thought I just got flashed with some like Chibnall era episodes where like I brought back this monster's idea because I thought they were cool, even though they were completely different than they are before scenario.
Yeah,
I mean that didn't that happen in the finale of last season practically with the was it the Ronnie? Was that the name of the?
Yes, the Ronnie. The Ronnie in Doctor Who is basically what they've done with the Gorn. It's like, that's just a new character. You're just using the old name. And so I think like the show's still good, and I'm looking forward to season 4 and 5. And I think now that they know that they've got a limited amount of episodes, like, they're going to adjust for it. But like, it was a little up and down.
There's a puppet episode. There's a puppet episode. I have trust in the puppet episode.
I think the puppet episode. They have a gimmick episode every season. I think that's the thing. They always have a gimmick episode, and they always have a comedy episode. And then this season had 2 gimmick episodes and 2 comedy episodes.
Was the Lower Deck episode, the Lower Deck crossover, the gimmick episode of what, season 1?
Season 2.
Or was that season 2? Okay, was that the gimmick episode?
I would say the Lower Decks episode was the spectacle episode, right? Whereas the musical episode was the gimmick episode.
Okay.
And so,
way I think,
yeah,
from what you're telling me, Strange New World, I think the problem with Strange New World, from what you're telling me, is just, I think if it had either more episodes or didn't have these big gaps, I think it would have been the problem. Because I feel like, especially with the long wait, I think it might be affecting the season's overall quality, maybe. I think
so. And I think doing an episodic show but only having 10 episodes doesn't work.
Because Star Trek, what was the usual?
Back in the 90s, every season was 22 to 26 episodes.
Yeah, so I feel like
if you had a wacky comedy episode that nobody liked, you moved on because you had 25 more episodes that season. Whereas now, if you have 2 wacky comedy episodes, you've taken out 1/5 of the season.
That is sadly the problem, and there's no one to blame but the parent company of how much episodes they have. But that's kind of the problem with 10-episode shows. I always feel unless and when it's a purely serialized show, then fine, 10 episodes fine. But I feel like even a show like Star Trek where you want to do multiple things, 10 episodes is so limiting.
Because it worked for Discovery was 10 to 13 episodes. Picard was 10 episodes. That was fine because it was serialized. So it was and sometimes they felt a little long, right? But with this, every episode's its own plot. It needed more gaps between them because you have these dichotomies in tone, and it's binge watching the show does not do it any favors either because you're going from zombies to murder mystery, or you're going from murder mystery to body horror. Because Through the Lens of Time had a lot of body horror, and it's 2 weeks ago we were doing a funny wedding episode.
Yeah. It's kind of because Star Trek, again, saying as the outsider, Star Trek tone-wise always feels a bit more consistent than some other shows. I feel like it's always kind of been more that nice middle ground of serious but not too serious, where it's a medical drama almost.
Jerry knows this from watching TNG and stuff. You could with Star Trek, you can tell any kind of story within the lens of it, but it always has there's always a reason for each story to exist, right?
Yep.
You could always there's always a takeaway from every episode of Star Trek. That's kind of the idea.
DS9. Yeah, exactly.
DS9 especially. Whereas here, I don't know what the takeaway was from the wedding episode. I don't know what the takeaway was even from the murder mystery episode. I don't know what the takeaway was from the documentary episode because I got very confused what it was trying to say.
Yeah, because that's at least how I feel from what you're telling me. Is it just sometimes the show leans too much comedic, sometimes it leans too seriously.
Sometimes it leans too much on fan service.
Yeah, which is, I mean, from what again, just from outsider, from what I hear, isn't that kind of the problem with some of the modern stuff? Is a little much too much fan servicey?
Yeah, and because I don't, people are like, we should have a Star Trek show that's completely standalone. I'm like, name the last Star Trek show that was completely standalone. TOS.
Yeah, none.
Because TNG still had Spock and Scotty show up, and it connected to DS9. DS9's pilot had Picard in it. There was no separate Star Trek show. They all connect to each other after the first one.
Yeah, because if I remember right, when Discovery first came out, a lot of people did not like it when it first came. I think a lot of people felt it was too serious.
It was way too serious. It was too dour. There was no light moments. Everything was depressing.
Star Trek, just
and then season 2, they made it fun again.
Yeah, Star Trek, from what I've seen, needs that nice middle ground balance of good, fun, whimsy, but also that serious sci-fi drama you're watching it for scenario.
Yes, and I always like a good allegory. And sometimes there's these episodes of Strange New Worlds that don't feel like they mean anything. They don't have any there's not a second meaning behind it.
I can't wait for people to figure out where does the preschool show fit in.
Paramount did say it's non-canon.
Oh, damn it! Oh. That'd be more funnier.
It would be. It's funny. People had a fan theory because the main kid in that show is named JR. They're like, is it Jack Ransom as a child? Yeah, so I think Strange New Worlds. I'm kind of hoping like Starfleet Academy, which has one showrunner, is going to be more consistent than
Starfleet Academy, from what
yeah.
you told me, sounds really fun.
It does, and I've been listening to interviews with actors and writers and stuff, and I'm really, really excited for Academy. I'm looking forward to it. I will say, as it stands, like I enjoy Strange New Worlds a lot, but of all the modern shows, like if I'm gonna rank the Paramount Plus era shows, it's like Lower Decks, Prodigy, Discovery, Strange New Worlds, Picard. That's just because every season of Picard's a brand new TV show. I can't. How do I rank? I'd have to rank seasons of Picard as like different shows because they each had a different showrunner, they each had a different idea. But it is something where it's like I like a lot about Strange New Worlds, but I also wish they'd just lock in and get really good because this season kind of felt like they were on the cusp of it a whole lot, but they just kind of couldn't stick the landing. Also, I have to make a nerdy complaint. You guys ready for my nerdy complaint?
That this whole thing was it.
Well, no, this is I was speaking mostly intellectually. This is me wigging out about set design. So they did this thing in Strange New Worlds where the engineering set was done on an AR wall, so it could have like this huge like tunnel, and you could see the big ass warp core in the background, and like it's like looks really fancy, right? You know what the problem is when you need to have a scene in engineering and you have to take 4 days to set up the AR wall to do it? So they built a science lab this season, and they never showed engineering because they were using the AR wall for planets they were going to. So every time they're like, we need to do an engineering thing, they'd cut to the science lab. And I gotta say, this is not a complaint against Strange New Worlds, because in Discovery, the same exact thing happened. The Spore Lab was the science lab for the Spore. The science lab was the Spore Drive for Discovery. They stopped using the Spore Drive, and then any engineering thing was solved by going to the Spore Lab. Because they didn't want to build a separate engineering set. And then also it's funny because they did solve one of my problems with Discovery, which was it was an actor availability issue. They had Tig Notaro was the engineer on Discovery, but she's a guest star. She's not in every episode, and she didn't live in Canada, so she'd only be there for certain episodes. So when they needed an engineering thing, and she wasn't in the episode, suddenly Stamets, who's the lead scientist, he's the science officer, he would be doing engineering stuff because they needed someone to do it. But with this season, because they introduced Scotty, Commander Pelia is still the chief engineer, but she's played by Carol Kane, who's only a guest star in some episodes. So if they need an engineering thing, they're like, hey, Scotty. So I'm like, yeah, solved that problem. But you're still doing all your engineering from the science lab.
Yeah, it's like two things. One, now I understand why Totally loves to use the same sets as ridiculous all the time.
Yep.
But it also reminds me, stuff like that reminds me in TV shows, and cartoons and anime programs where the actor was not and on the pull list for that week, so their character stood there, but they do not speak at all.
Yes.
Especially that.
That happens in Star Trek, like, sometimes it's like, shouldn't this person be here? And they're like, no, they're guest star status. We can't afford them this episode.
Steve Bloom's not available this episode, so you can't so you can't voice his character. So his character just silence.
Exactly. I said Demon Slayer was the next thing we're talking about, but I think we should talk about a movie that's part of a trilogy sequel to a TV show that takes place in a castle first.
Which one?
Downton Abbey, the grand finale. No, it's just really weird that both these movies fit the same description.
So people who don't know, Downton Abbey is a British television show, right?
It is a British television show. It ran for 6 seasons, 52 episodes. Prestige drama series. Really great show. I never watched all of it. My mom watched all of it, and she was like, "Do you want to go see the first movie?" And I was like, "Sure, why not? Let's go." I got really hooked because of the first movie. Still haven't gone back to the Veloquence is right. It is like a shonen anime. I'll actually explain the comparisons in a minute. So
here's the thing. Most British soap operas are shonen anime.
Yes.
They last for long episode counts. There's multiple characters.
Look how many characters are on this poster, guys.
And there's a lot of infight. There's a lot of rivalry and infighting.
Rivalry, infighting, redemption arcs. Like Barrow goes through this redemption arc where he was just like the messiest bitch, and now everybody loves him. This Blade Raider is a very interesting two nickels. The fact they came out in the same weekend's wild to me. But there's character deaths that impact the series. There's emotional moments. There's drama. There's castles. A fandom that's strong enough that can carry a TV show into a movie trilogy sequel. Comparisons are really wild. But anyway, so I've watched the movies. I've not gone back to the TV show, but I kind of want to now because I thought the first two movies were really solid, and I like that the first Downton Abbey movie does this great job of they introduce all the characters in the opening scene, and they basically show what each of them do and what all of them are, and so that way you know what's going on even if you've never seen the show before. Like it sets them up for the story you're going to see, and so I think that's brilliant because I think they should always do that. But I thought this movie was so good. I gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd. I gave the other two 3.5. This one had the element that was missing from the previous two movies, which was that the previous two movies, a lot of fans said there wasn't quite enough drama. It felt like it was safer because it was a movie, and they didn't want to do anything too impactful in case they didn't get another movie to follow it up on. But because this is like the ending of the trilogy, and it's like the ending of the series after 15 years, they went for, they just went all in on the drama. So for basic plot reasons, I'll just get you the basic plot. So Lady Mary here, who's on the poster in the red dress, she's like the next in line to be in charge of Downton Abbey, the castle. So this takes place in 1930. So she gets divorced from her husband and is now an outcast in society. Because people can't stand to be around a divorced woman. Because it's those times. And this immediately added so much drama to the movie, because then like all of her family members and her sister and her father and all this, everybody's reaction to how this plays out is very interesting. And like her mother who's American is like, this is ridiculous. You shouldn't be cast out from society because your husband sucked. We're going to get you back into your place in society so that you can run Downton Abbey and take up the reins. And so the whole movie...
Say that again?
Yes. So the whole movie is basically like about, everybody working together to get Mary's social status back so she can provide for everybody in the community. And what I loved about it, too, was that, they had these very strong women just going in and saying, here's the social norm, and we're kicking the social norm, and we're going to force everybody else to kick the social norm, too. We're not letting this slide. It's time for change. And I love that. I love that energy. And there was a lot of great drama. Paul Giamatti was there. He was playing the uncle.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's going to be in Star Trek later. Loved that. And he had this like business partner who I just like, I looked at and I was like, that guy's going to be problems. And he was the drama. And there was a lot of great stuff. And they managed to work. They did this just like shown in anime. You know how like Dragon Ball, every Dragon Ball thing after Z has to have an excuse for everybody to be together, and it's usually like a birthday party.
Yeah.
Right? Battle of Gods is like it's Bulma's birthday. Daima, it's Trunks' birthday, right? Because they need a reason for everybody to be there. Well, several of these characters don't work at Downton Abbey anymore, but they managed to work them back into the plot. And I gotta give them a ton of credit for that. So that way they had a reason to be there. Especially like Barrow, he was the former butler, and he ran off with an actor. And also, this is a fun part, too, about Downton Abbey, is Barrow is a closeted gay character in the 1920s, and they work with the fact that he has to, like, hide who he is because it's illegal, right? And my mom was telling me some of the storylines he went through, and I was like, oh, he was a messy bitch because of society pushing him down. So I think he was able to get some sympathy. The fun part that I like about the way that they play this is that Barrow it went off with this actor, right? This actor, and they're clearly a couple but it's posed as like, oh, Barrow is the actor's dresser. But it's so funny because when he shows back up to Downton, you can tell which people here knew he was gay and which didn't, based on how they react. Because there would be like Hugh Bonneville's character, who's like Lord Grantham. He was just like, it's very odd how this actor always brings his dresser to dinner. It's just like he has no clue what's going on. It's really funny. But yeah, great show and the great movie and great show. And the thing I also enjoyed was they put a tribute to Maggie Smith at the end because she had passed between the second movie and third movie. Her character died in the second movie, and when I was rewatching the second movie, that hit me emotionally like it hadn't before. Because I miss Maggie Smith. She was great. But it was really nice. They did a really nice tribute to her. But it was really cool. And also the whole movie as well is about being able to move on. Like once you hit a certain age, it's okay for you to move on to something new. Because several of the characters are like struggling with retiring or leaving their positions. And they're basically kind of are told like, you need to move on before you just cause the whole family and the whole house to collapse. And so I really liked that storyline as well. And so, yeah, I thought it was terrific. I thought really great drama, really good emotional beats, gave every character their moment. You know, I'm someone that just watched the movies, and my mom was a big fan of it. And I want to watch the show now, I think, because like I want to see like now that I know where everything goes, I'll be like, let me just watch all of it like in order. Because yeah, it is like shown in anime. Sometimes it's nice to have the finale before you start it. But yeah, great movie. That's all I got on Downton Abbey. Should we talk about the other movie that takes place in a castle? It's part of a film trilogy that's a sequel to a popular TV series.
Yeah, the other shonen series.
The other shonen series, which I actually did watch the show for, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. Let's pull up my Letterboxd review here. Which, by the way, if you guys don't know, I'm on Letterboxd. You can go follow me there. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle, 5 stars. I have not seen a more gorgeous animated film in a while. And I gotta say, Neja 2 was one I saw. I thought that was gorgeous, but it was, it was all CG. This one was a blending of 2D and CG and doing like crazy stuff and like the scale and scope and the whole thing. It was incredible. I called it a masterclass in animated storytelling. It is 100% inaccessible, though, if you have no concept of the series. Like, if you've never seen the show, if you've never read the manga, don't go see the movie.
It's literally the finale. Like, they literally jump. There's no, like, recap or anything. Like, it literally just jumps into the... They're
like, we got 2.5 hours.
It just assumes.
What was that, Jerry?
It just assumes, like...
It assumes, They're like, we're popular enough. If you don't know, that's your problem. Which I kind of appreciated, because my theater was packed and people were in cosplay and people were locked in and the Crunchyroll logo appeared on screen and people clapped because the previews were finally over and I just started booing. I was like, boo! And then the Sony logo popped up and I was like, more boo! And then Aniplex was like, even more boo! And then UFO Table popped up and I was like, yeah, UFO Table.
And everyone's like, shut up!
Yeah, the guy next to me was like, what is this guy's problem? My friend was laughing though because he knows me complaining about Aniplex. So this movie,
you may have to pay $100 for Cyberpunk.
124. Let's not lower it down. Psycho says, should I bother watching season 3 and 4 and then watching this? Yes, because for me, when I saw the trailer for this movie, and when I saw like the Infinity Castle itself, like as a location, I was like, I need to see this show just to see this movie, or this movie trilogy. And this made it all worth it. This made it all worth it because like I've enjoyed it, but I haven't like. It's not like Demon Slayer's like, lock that into the linchpin of life forever. But I have enjoyed the series, kind of more casual. But this movie made all that watching it because you need every single, character story lined up for every emotional hit. And then like the action sequences were incredible. I watched it in IMAX, which was amazing because like there was like when the special moves would hit and the music would anticipate, the music would. That's not the word. The music would increase, and they would start shaking the seats, and then like the sound effects would hit, and the seats would just start shaking because the speakers were just cranked out. I love that. That's what I love.
So the experience for me, it was weird. I don't know what was going on next door, but I hear a lot of banging and like duds. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Was there a Rocky Horror Picture Show screening next door? I know they've been doing those lately.
I don't know, but I was watching the movie, and like my seat was near where the wall, like the right wall is. So like watching me, I hear like the doom doom doom, and like what the fuck's going on next door?
I know there was a lot of re-releases this past weekend, and maybe it was one of those. Maybe where people were getting really rowdy during Toy Story. I saw in Mexico, Mariachi Band was going to go surprise people at the end of Toy Story and play You Got a Friend in Me, but they got to the wrong theater and they went to Demon Slayer instead.
Oh no.
I also heard that apparently the 40X experience for this was so intense. There's like
I don't think I want to experience this movie in 40. With the Infinity Castle, how everything just moves and everything. Like, my God.
No spoilers, but that one moment with that one character apparently is replicated on the audience in the 40X.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
I mean,
yeah.
they should do Demon Slayer Infinity Castle the ride
They
eventually.
should. They really should, but like make it like partly practical to like replicate the fact that the movie is like partly 2D, partly CG, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, this movie was incredible. As a movie, now here's the thing: separate from it is the first part of a 3-part movie trilogy adapting an arc of a manga. As a movie, it structures a complete disaster.
No, because I when I was going out hanging out at the theater, I listened to some a group of friends talk about it, and they keep mentioning, man, there's a lot of flashbacks in this, like my God, and like yeah, it is.
There's a lot of flashbacks. Like the thing that's interesting is they start the movie. Now, I'm not going to give you spoilers, guys, but they start the movie and they like show where every character is in the Infinity Castle to like get an establishment. And then they just go into one fight and flashback sequence that's like 35 minutes. It doesn't cut to anything else. It's just, we're doing this chunk of the movie now. And then they went to the next, and they did, a couple interlude scenes, and they did the next one. They're like, now we're doing this chunk. And it totally makes sense when you know shonen storytelling, right? Like from manga and anime, you're like, oh, this totally makes sense. This is how it works. But if you're somebody that's not used to that, it's got to be the most weirdly paced out movie you've ever seen. It's like, why are we in this section for an hour and not cutting to anyone else? It's like, because of that shonen storytelling.
Because it's one of those, like, I'm actually kind of curious if this will get, like, the Mugen Train treatment.
Like, cutting episodes afterward?
Cut episodes? Because, I mean, not
they
like, yeah, they could. But, like, yeah, it could fill out the gap between the movies, maybe, honestly.
It'd be ironic, because, like, Kaiju number 8's doing this thing where it's like, episodes, and then we compiled them into a movie, and then Demon Slayer's like, movie, and then we put them into episodes.
Yeah, but still, like, I would say I did feel the runtime. Not that I was disliking it, but I was like, wait, what time is it? Like, seriously.
I guess for us, like, the movie started 35 minutes after the showtime. So it was like 6:35 when it started, and we got out at like 9:30, I think.
Yeah, I came. I went to the movie starts like with the ads. Starts at for me it was 2:10. I didn't leave the theater until like 5:10.
Yeah,
I was there. Yeah, like I was there for 3 hours. Like
I think the movie's like 2 hours and what is it? It's 2 hours and something.
Something like that. Like 2 hours and 2.5 hours, maybe.
I think it's like 2.5. And then plus the ads, it makes it a 3-hour experience. Yeah, it's 2 hours 35 minutes. So you're over 3 hours once you get to the things. But yeah, it is 100%. It is a story arc of the series, and I thought it was great. I thought the build up. Again, if you haven't watched the series, it doesn't hit the same. Like you'll just be like, that's some pretty animation, but why are we spending 20 minutes on this guy's backstory? Whereas, like, but as a culmination of like everything they came before, I thought the quality of the animation was a huge step above the show, which already looks great. There's some shots I don't even know how they pulled off because they were doing 3D camera moves on 2D characters.
I know, right? Because there's some shots where like, are they 3D models? But no, I think they're still 2D animated.
They're still 2D animated. They just animated every single side of the 2D as the camera went around it.
It's incredible. It was impressed. Like, I was impressive, and like, I think what makes Infinity Castle work is like everything was building up to this. Because like every other shonen series, some kind of like sometimes the font arcs, the manga, there will be like hints of where the series will end. But like,
don't they show the Infinity Castle in like the first episode?
Something like that, yeah. But like, this was all leading up to like there's no like because Demon Slayer's arcs. Well, there are arcs. They're all involved the same, same goal, get to Muzan and all that stuff. And this, it just hence why this one feels so satisfactory. Where like other arcs were like, there was no way Dragon Ball was leading up to the Blue arc, for example, like that, or the Naruto. I don't think Naruto.
Good God, the Naruto plot, the ass pulls in the Naruto plot.
Yeah. I don't think Naruto, like chapter 1 to the Great Ninja War was. I don't think that was linked up to that. For example, also like that, like no, like with Demon Slayer, it was linked up to this at least. There's. I think that's why it feels so sad. Sad
Yeah,
story.
I would not be surprised if Goto Ugi came up with this idea first and then wrote the entire series backwards to get to it.
I think it just helps that it's a clear goal. Kill Muzan. That's the goal of the movie. She just need the goal for the series. Just need to write everything around it. I watched the dub, and I was like, everyone did. All the dub actors did fantastic. But also, like, kudos to Jane Tatum, who plays a small-ish character. He's a big character for a certain character story, but he's not in the whole movie. He did a really good job. Like surprisingly, this wasn't just a paycheck role. I did like he I do give credit that he does sound like he was actually there to act.
I think he asked to
act
be in it because he talked about how he's been
His
watching
daughter.
the series with his daughter. Yeah, his daughter's a big fan, and I think he probably was like, "Hey, is there any way I could be in this movie?" And they're like, "Well, we got this small part. We can afford you for this." Yeah, I watched it in Japanese because the only dub screening was at 9:40 p.m. and I was not leaving the theater at midnight, or past midnight. But I saw it in Japanese. The subtitle work was great because they would move the subtitles up and like they would either be on the bottom of the screen or the top of the screen depending on where your eyes should be focused, based on the scenes, so you wouldn't miss dialogue or the subtitles wouldn't be in the way of like an action scene.
I bet you I could watch it the sub because I'll be too busy looking at the animation to read the subtitles scenario like that.
I managed to follow it, but I'm also like the crazy guy that like sits and reads omnibuses while watching like television, so it's also just the way my brain works. Mr. Ever said I'm gonna be watching Demon Slayer after I'm done with watching the original Naruto. That was my thing. I finished Naruto and then I was like, well, my next shonen things probably needs to be Demon Slayer because I want to see this movie. And here we are. It feels like I was like, oh wow, this whole process of watching the show was totally worth it to get to this movie because this is great.
I'll keep chucking Undead Lucky chapter books and volumes at you.
No, I've been reading it. I've been reading it on the Shonen Jump app. Kaz can attest to that.
Oh, nice.
I did. I finished the volumes you gave me, and then I've been reading it digitally.
Andy's the goat.
He is. I enjoy it. I definitely, like when I finish the manga, I'll go watch like the one season of the anime. Just as like funsies. What does it look like animated? But yeah, no, I haven't been reading as much digital lately because I was having like an eye problem like a couple weeks ago, and I think it's mostly healed. So I think I can start reading digital stuff again. So until it happens.
You aren't trained to Matt Murdock?
Hopefully not. I like reading. Anyways, so also I used to be a food server, so the sensitivity in my fingertips is dead from handling hot plates, so I could not read Braille probably. So like,
you had to go by sound.
Yeah. Anything else on this? I think we're pretty much covered it.
A lot of these spoilers, I think that's all we can talk about.
There's a bunch of spoilers I could get into, but that would be. I don't want to do that. I would make a separate stream if I was talking spoilers because I don't want anybody just being like, "Oh, show you what Soundout's talking about," and then boom, he just like starts talking about crazy stuff. Kyle said "sound out" quite literally. Arrowverse says reason I'm going to be watching Demon Slayer because the anime's over outside the Infinity Castle trilogy. Exactly, that was kind of like my thought too when they're like, "We're doing the final arc as a trilogy," and then I saw the trailer for the thing, and I was like, I really want to watch this movie trilogy, and so it made me watch the show because of it.
Question: have you seen Baby Inosuke in the manga?
I haven't.
I'm gonna post in the stream chat. You need to look at this creature. You need to look at this creature. I love it. I think this is in probably the next. My partner told me it's gonna be in the next.
Oh my god!
Movie.
Yep.
Forehead since a child. I love it.
I love it.
I'm looking forward to the next movie. My friend was like, "Do you want to read the manga?" And I was like, "No, I need to experience this as a movie 2 more times,
and
then I'll read the manga." And then I'll read the manga.
I really did the same experience as you because my partner read the whole manga. I've only seen the anime, so I'm in the same boat as you.
I'm like, it's just like with Wicked for good. Like, I want to see Wicked for good. I don't want to know what happens in the back half of the play. I want to go see the movie. I want to experience it like that. Then I can go look into the other stuff. Like, it's the same thing with Dune. I don't want to read Dune Messiah. I want to see what Denis Villeneuve can cook up for Dune first, and then go back and read it. I'm actually going to read, complete side note, as I prep the next segment. I will do double work. I actually, I bought a new copy of Frankenstein. I've owned the original Mary Shelley Frankenstein.
Are you getting ready for
several
next? You're
times.
you're getting ready for.
I'm getting ready for Guillermo del Toro to change my life again. And so I'm like, I want to reread because I've read parts of it. I don't know if I've ever finished it, but I've read in the past. Blade Runner, Demon Slayer's 3 movies for the final arc.
Yeah, thank God, thank God. My part was
Yeah.
really worried they're gonna cram it all into one movie.
Yeah, no, luckily they didn't do that. So anyways, so with Frankenstein, because the Guillermo del Toro movie is following the book, I want to reread the book. So I got a new edition because at Barnes & Noble they had it was in the book annex, and it was buy one, get one half off as well. I got some Edgar Allan Poe stories. And I paid like $15 for both hardcovers. And it's illustrated, and it's got a ton of illustrations in it, and it's beautiful. Actually, let me grab it because it's right here, and I want to talk about it. I always say, like, you're looking for literary classics, always check your Barnes & Noble book annex, because, like, they have some, like, crazy cool editions of books. So, like, for example, like, the book, even just as is, it has, like, blood-stained pages. It's just on the normal pages. They're kind of, like, blood-stained. And then it has, like, landscape art pieces.
Oh, no.
Which is,
oh,
like,
no,
really cool.
Oh, no, Sal. Your book has been jammed.
It's been jammed. And then there's like these sketch style illustrations on the opposites of pages as well. I was looking through. Let me see if I can find one of them. They'll sometimes bisect the words with an illustration. I was flipping through it and I saw it. Let me see if I can find it because it's cool. I like that kind of formatting. Yeah, like here, it's like here's a prop in there, which I think is really, really cool. Murat said, which version of the book? There was multiple different versions, edits to the story. I'm not exactly sure which one this is. Because, yeah, the longer these books exist, the more they've had... this one, the text of this edition is based on the 1831 third edition. So it's the third edition in here. And it's all illustrated by, like, one guy who did all of it. But that's my goal the next month, is to read all of this. Which is great. It's like the 4th time I bought this book, but they're cool, and it was cheap because of the sale.
Do you still have that
Cheap is
Frankenstein
always
mask?
I do the Frankenstein mask, yes.
When you review the Del Toro movie, you need to review it with the mask on.
We could try. We'll give it a go. We'll see if it still fits my head. I don't know if my head's changed shape in the last couple of years.
You got smarter.
Because, like, when I wore it last time, I was half suffocating. Could not breathe in that thing. Cass, you got any final things before we get to the news topics?
No, I mean, I read the manga, so I mean, I watched the movie at some point.
Like, when it hits streaming, I feel like you should check out the movie.
I haven't watched the anime much. It's one of those anime where it's like, oh yeah, people are like, yeah, the anime. Me, I'm like, oh, I already read it, so I don't know.
I would say you should check out the movie when the movie drops on, like, streaming, because, like, you're familiar enough with the story, and it's like the movie's just visually gorgeous. So I definitely would recommend checking out the movie.
It's the same with Dr. Stone. I read all of that, but I haven't watched the anime.
Yeah.
Apparently, my friends told me that the anime just is better than the manga for Dr. Stone. And
I don't doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
The manga was rushed.
I always my thing lately is read the manga first, watch the anime later. But with Demon Slayer, it's just like the anime was so visually gorgeous. I was like, I just want to watch it. I don't want to do all the pre-work. I just want to look at it. Look at the pretty colors.
I think for me, it's usually when it comes to manga anime stuff. It's usually if I see the trailer and the trailer interests me, I'll go read the manga. But if I haven't seen the trailer and the anime comes out and then I really like anime, I'll read them or go pick up the manga after I finish watching the anime. Scenario like that. That's how I've been because Kaiju. I read the Kaiju number 8. I didn't even see the anime trailer for Kaiju. I just picked it. I just read it just off the blue when I got the Shonen Jump app because it looked interesting and actually binge it. But like stuff like Sakamoto Days when that came out, when I saw the trailer, I saw, oh, that looks cool. I really like it. And plus, I heard good things. So I read the manga and loved it. And when the anime came out, I already was like ahead
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Where
That's
like,
kind
oh,
of
yeah, look.
Kaiju number 8. I was reading it before they even announced the anime. It's just kind of fun. Yeah. All right. So, you guys ready to do this?
Yes.
Ready to do this news? All right. So, in a shocking turn of events, the gunship funded and made its first tier.
They got one glip Shido.
They got Coleman Trebor, aka guy who died on railing.
they get the guy that isn't in Attack of the Clones.
He's in Attack of the Clones, but he's the first to die at Geonosis.
You got dead corpse figure.
Kyle says, "Welcome back, Giant."
All
Man."
right.
Also, unlike
No,
Giant
Giant
Man,
Man. No, Giant Man got 2 tiers at the very least.
yes. Here's the funny part. When the campaign closed, they were 500 short of getting Coleman Trebor.
Oof.
And then, like, the next morning, boom, suddenly it had 1,000 more and was over Coleman Trebor. And Hasbro did tweet out that it was because of the international partners reporting in.
So I guess I'm not sure what that tells. If
I guess that means
I'm
they
not
did
sure-
not put international numbers in until after, or there was some late
Well, no,
international numbers.
Well, no, more of the fact that even when international
Wondering,
numbers,
huh?
no, more talking about even with
yeah.
international numbers, they only got 1 tier on lock. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what that means or this has.
Because I think when we ended our stream last week, it had funded, right? And then a few hours later, it almost got into tier 1, and then it came over with the international numbers didn't boost it enough to get to the other.
Yeah,
two
so I think that kind of tells how poor this Haslab was.
Yeah.
Even if international numbers did not help push this online. Again, like look at the Snowcat.
Yeah.
Look how much that big push happened.
Yeah, it doubled in the last day. It was like boom, gone. It was up and running. Yeah. It's also New York Fashion Week. Should we check into the New York Fashion Week live and then
Oh, New York Fashion Week.
Critique their.
I have a
outfits?
story about that.
Oh, you do? Tell it while I get the next.
I do have a funny story. I was in New York City for New York Fashion Week years ago.
Oh yeah.
I'm going on a subway because people forget that I go to New York a lot sometimes. But anyways, I'm on a subway. I see a bunch of people. I'm like, yo, what's this about? It's New York Fashion Week. Oh, I see one like super like fashionable like Japanese woman who traveled. A couple of Japanese people like traveled to New York City for it. I try to do the thing. You know how you adjust your glasses almost like you tip your hat, like ma'am. You know.
Yes.
Were you doing the anime glasses push up there?
like no, I'm just taking my not that one. I'm just like taking like the brim of my glasses and just like nudge it like ma'am, like almost like I say like you do with a hat for respect.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see where my hand was going. I'm just trying to be courteous and like my hand is going up to my face and I'm trying to grab my no, it went right up my nose.
Oh.
My finger went right up my nose. I'm just like, ma'am. This lady's like, what does he do?
I feel like Luffy would do this.
Yes.
That's funny. That takes the cake of the story of the week. Oh god, I just realized I had another story that I forgot to add. All right. On that note, unrelated, but we're gonna go to Blu-rays. All right, so Blu-ray news. Funny, before like 3 hours ago, all I had for Blu-ray news was this Tom and Jerry collection. The rest of this flooded in like in the last 3 hours.
So from Warner Archive, not
the
right?
part of the company that hires entirely freelancers, so therefore you get people dedicated and you actually have a full staff. Tom and Jerry, the Golden Era Anthology Collection, all 114 shorts by Hanna and Barbera in a one definitive collection containing 20 audio commentaries, a 6th disc dedicated to 3 hours of bonus features, and 2 all-new, never-before-seen featurettes. This will include all of the shorts, remastered, uncut, and uncensored, which means it includes all of the band shorts, all of the more racist shorts, all the stuff, all of it is included. It's all in one set. It's $60.
Yes,
it's amazing.
Oh, damn, 60. That's actually pretty nice.
And it comes in a cool like book style package with all the all the discs included. This apparently was the work of all the divisions at Warner Brothers that involve their archiving and the archiving and the preservation and the releases. All the divisions had to work on this and approve it, and they've got it. And it has been said by people at Warner Archive, this is not the last big animation announcement of the year, and they're going to be doing a lot in 2026.
That's nice.
Which is great to see. This will repeat stuff that has existed before, because there was some other stuff before. Like, there's other collections before. They, like, at one point, I think the DVDs, they're like, and one volume is going to be all the band shorts, and then one volume is going to be all those ones.
Because before it was like it was like the best of Tom and Jerry.
Yeah,
like,
it was the best. It was like the Looney Tunes where they weren't sequential, right? They were just all over the place, multiple volumes. They did a Golden Collection Volume 1. Golden Collection Volume 2, well, Golden Collection Volume 1 was in order. Golden Collection Volume 2 was in order, but then it left out 2 shorts because they were controversial ones, and then people complained so much they canceled Volume 2.
Yeah, so here...
And so now they're coming back, and they're like, it's all in one package. No matter what you have, it's all in here now.
Yeah, because this is a complete collection. But as that Soundout said, do note there is some very racist stuff because it was of the time.
Yep. They also have a bonus feature on Mammy Two Shoes, the caricature character, which I will always remember the Whoopi Goldberg intro to the DVD collection for Tom and Jerry, where she talked about that, Mammy Two Shoes was a stereotype, but erasing her would erase the fact that she was a black woman who owned a house and a cat. She wasn't portrayed as somebody's servant. She wasn't portrayed as she wasn't portrayed as somebody's servant. She wasn't portrayed as living with other people. She was on her own, independent woman, and she had her cat, because they always showed her she'd come home and there'd be a ton of caricature to it, a lot of stereotyping of it, but she was an independent character, like there hadn't really been in the era for black women. And so they're erasing her legacy just because of the stereotyping would erase. It'd be more of a it'd be more reductive.
It'd be more of a disservice that they release here. I hope they keep those Whoopi segments, because I really did like those a lot.
I hope so too, and I hope this bonus feature maybe has like her interviewed about it as well, because I think it's great, because it is while it is a stereotype of a character, if you erase her, you erase a moment in history and a stepping stone to better representation. So
I see MJ mentioned. Have they ever done big Scooby sets like these, like in Blu-ray and such like that?
They've done some. They did the new Scooby-Doo movies, except it left out the Addams Family episodes due to a licensing restriction.
Oh, okay. Wait,
they called it the Almost Complete Collection.
Because what doesn't WB own?
Amazon owns
Amazon
now, because Addams Family is under
MGM.
There also, I've heard it may also be an estate issue, because they use the voice cast from the 60s TV show in the Scooby-Doo episode, and I think all but 2 are dead, and that may also be an issue with estates and all that. But they did release, I think recently the Addams Family episodes did go on streaming, so I'm kind of hoping they'll re-release the Scooby-Doo movies collection as actually complete this time.
The actually complete edition.
The actually complete, yeah, because let me see if I can find it here. See, they actually didn't lie about it in 2019. It is the new Scooby-Doo movies, the Almost Complete Collection.
They should have called the Ben 10, the original version of the Ben 10, the Almost Complete.
The Almost Complete Collection. Yeah. See, that's not false advertising there. It's telling you it's missing stuff.
Yep.
All right, our good friends at Discotek did a surprise November pre-order drop. They've been doing every other month, so they did it in October. Then they suddenly were like, we're doing November. I'm like, oh, out of nowhere. But the thing is that this is mostly re-releases with a couple new things. So first things first, Hajime no Ippo is getting a complete collection, throwing it all into one set for 76 episodes.
So this is your territory, isn't it?
Pretty sure it is. Ippo? You might be...
Yeah, you might be out. But still, that's cool. That's really cool they're doing that.
Crunchyroll's trying to authenticate if I'm a human.
Are you?
Yeah. So it's $80, but that's a compilation. I think they're 2 or 3 volumes. I think it was 2 volumes. Basically, the volumes went out of print. Now they're re-releasing them as a complete collection. I think that's awesome. We also have Android Key Kiter 01, which is new.
I see you discuss. So, man, what's up with the reboot movie that's holding it up? Because
I don't know what's
that was
causing it to
announced.
be held up, but I think it's probably timing.
It's like, man, yeah, like what's in that that needs approvals scenario like that? My God.
Yeah, because Kikaider Reboot was announced before Kikaider 01, but we're getting Kikaider 01 first. But hey, we're getting Kikaider 01. Once Reboot comes out, though, we'll have all the Kikaider they can do because Aniplex owns the anime.
Aniplex. Yep.
Galaxy Express 999 is getting a complete series, which is 113 episodes.
Now we want to talk about like classic series, like Galaxy 99, Express 99 is one of those like
And
legendary.
it's $5
series.
cheaper than Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
And this has
113 episodes from Discotek.
Is this the first time Discotek's doing one of these big sets?
They did it with City Hunter. City Hunter, the first City Hunter was released in 2 volumes, and then they did a complete set later. But this is the first time they've done it for something this big.
That's still available. Kind of want to get that then if I want to get City Hunter ever.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they'd do it for City Hunter 2, and then on a live stream, someone asked them if they were going to do that, and they said, "Don't wait for us to do a complete set." So I was like, "Oh, I should get it," because City Hunter 2 is 73 episodes, so it's a little bit harder.
You didn't know how to do that for Lupin.
Lupin Part 2, no. At least not the first go around, because they're gonna have to spend some money to work on that show. I think they'll split up Lupin Part 1.
I want to see what does that big giant Lupin. What does a giant Lupin complete series like franchise set look like?
I think it'd be like twice as thick as Murder, She Wrote.
Yep.
At minimum.
I'm looking up City Hunter on Crunchy. It's actually not that much expensive. At least Crunchy has it for 60.
Oh, that's not too bad.
For the complete first series. I actually might just nab that eventually then.
Yeah. But yeah, so Galaxy Express 999, now complete collection, I think is great. And then they have some new releases, like Happiness of the Katakuris. That's one of their weird live action movies. And that's it. That's it for November. It's just 2 re-releases and 2 single disc releases.
I'd love to get that 999.
It looks like it's basically I think they
said
it's the same discs. And Epo, yeah.
Of course, Epo, that's right.
I think the fact they're re-releasing them into sets, I think is great.
Just double checking, so because I'm looking at the
Yeah.
Crunchyroll, unless some things are out of print. Because on Crunchy I see, you got City Hunter Angel Dust the movie, which that was a different company that did
was
that, right?
Anime Limited, yeah.
Oh yeah, then we have City Hunter, the first complete series, and there's City Hunter 2, episode 1 to 38, and then there's City Hunter 91 and City Hunter 3. Are those 2
City
separate
Hunter 3
things?
is a different show, and then City Hunter 91 is the show after that.
Okay, because I don't see, at least Crunchyroll's not showing me a City Hunter Season 2 Part 2.
Yeah, Crunchyroll's weird. They have some stuff that's out of print still listed as available, and then they have stuff that's not out of print listed as unavailable.
Oh, so is City Hunter 2 out of print then?
Let me go check. Let's go check the Discotek website.
What's their shop like then? Like what, a gambling thing? Like, hey man, is it actually out of print or not?
Because they keep canceling back orders on people, so like, and they canceled a back order for me on 2 One Piece movies, which is like a thing they own. So I'm like, why would they cancel their own product?
Jeez.
And I went and bought them from Target. So yeah, on the Discotek website, which looks like it came out of the 1990s, they do have a catalog option which shows their titles, but they're all covers. So let's see. City Hunter 91 still in print.
I did notice they had updated to it says rightstuff.com. Like, don't lie to your audience. That's
I know.
Dead print.
It's funny. The actual print status page, accurate. Everything else out of date. But yeah, it shows both parts of City Hunter 2 still in print. So Crunchyroll just doesn't have that one.
Actually, Crunchyroll does actually have the best deal. Like, let me go check Media. What's the site?
Media CD. I know some of the older titles aren't on Media CD, sadly.
CD.
They have Kikaider.
Does that have because City Hunter Series 1 is 80 on Amazon, and then here in Crunchy is 60.
Yeah.
Just double checking. Media CD has it.
God, the Amazon prices are stupid. I don't get why Amazon be like. Actually, I do. Greedy ass company. Allegedly greedy ass company. Gotta cover my bases.
Exactly. Cover yourself.
Yep.
Where's the search function on Video CD? I can't find it.
There isn't one.
Oh, God,
it's a very old timey site, isn't it?
It is. They did put up the hard way. for those wanting
And-
to not buy from Crunchyroll, all 4 titles are up for pre-order on Media OCD. They charge up front, but they pack your stuff well, and they'll sometimes ship it early. Like I gotta order Kiter later.
I see Gunbusters out of print, but yet I could still buy it.
Yes,
Buy it.
Gunbuster is out of print. That's confirmed, and the website does say Gunbuster's out of print, so the website's still up to date on print status.
Well, no, because I could click on it and it said add to cart. If I add the cart, I can say add to cart.
Yes,
Gunbuster.
they still have
That's
stock
weird.
of Gunbuster. It's just it's out of print, but like once they sell out, that's it.
I imagine the page will go out like disappear scenario.
They'll disappear
Okay,
the
so
page.
I should order that then sooner than later then because I love Gunbuster.
It's my favorite Anno thing.
My favorite Anno thing doesn't
Yeah,
have a physical media release in North America.
No,
Never
City
get
Hunter.
my Shin
Yeah,
Kamen
no,
Rider.
no City Hunter. So in my head, I think I'm probably I might. Well, how's City Hunter? Because I know the manga, those Omnis are out for City Hunter.
They come
how's
out
the
next
anime
week
going?
officially, but I saw them in my store today.
Yeah,
and
how's the manga compared to the anime? Is the manga
I've
like
never
the
read
anime
it, so I
really?
have no idea.
Okay.
Chaos,
That
have you
was
read
several
City
years-
Hunter, the manga?
No, not enough. Say
Yeah.
that much.
Hmm. I might still buy the anime just to
Uh-oh.
have it on my collection. Also, Bandai, please do figure arts of Rio, please. I want to put my show.
Oh, dude, I'd love that.
I have this.
need-
I got the Angel Dust versions of Rio and Kaoru, and then
Oh, the
Banpresto
gem- the
statue
gem-
forms.
the gem series
The
or another
whatever the
statue?
Banpresto statues are, they're like $30.
Okay, because
Yeah.
the one I see on the country are 300.
Yeah, no, I didn't buy those. I still need to buy Angel Dust. Actually, I have all the other City Hunter Blu-rays. I've only watched the first. show. I need to
Out of
watch the rest of them,
context,
but-
just making sure you mean.
I need to buy
the-
City Hunter Angel Dust the movie. Yes, thank you. God, that's gonna get me in trouble one of these days. Just reading
Blade Runner,
titles.
Blade Runner, the Gunbuster dub is on Crunchyroll. If you want to watch the dub, if you're curious. But yeah, because the only thing I experienced, I seen one episode of City Hunter, which I did really like. So I did really want to go watch it. But the most I know of City Hunter is from Jump Force with Rio's ridiculous moveset in that game.
Oh god, that's right. I forgot he was on that.
His finisher is just he's in this car and bazookas your enemy.
My introduction to City Hunter wasn't the show either. It was one of the movies.
Oh yeah, because they dubbed the movies back in the day.
Yep, it was
What is
Also, like,
City
I saw-
Hunter the movie Angel Dust price on Crunchyroll?
Hold on, actually, let me go double check because I was just on there.
Yeah, it's 33 on Shout, so I'm just comparing.
I just remember
yeah.
which movie it was. It was
City
City
Hunt,
Hunter.
Angel Dust is 30 also on Crunchy.
30, huh?
Okay.
So not much difference.
I might order that with the next thing we're going to talk about.
Also, I
Um,
saw when you posted the City Hunter Omni on Discord, it had
was
like base. Well, no, yeah, it's all there was a Netflix thing. Like, was there a Netflix?
There's a
City
Netflix
Hunter
sticker
thing?
on it, yeah.
Was there a Netflix City Hunter?
There was a
thing
live
I
action
missed?
movie on Netflix. Like
Oh,
last
that was
year.
Netflix. That was Netflix. I thought that was like a France thing or something. Like
No, that was the Jigen Daisuke movie.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, because I remember, was it City Hunter's really popular in like France or
It is,
it was
yeah.
really popular. Yeah, so
But yeah,
I
they
thought it
did
was
a
like
live
French-
action movie on Netflix, and then I have realized recently the reason they're doing Cat's Eye in the manga as well is because Disney
This is
Plus
the new
does a
anime.
Disney
Yeah,
Plus
new
and Hulu's
anime.
getting new anime for it.
Yeah.
Which I haven't
We gotta
watched
check
the
out-
original yet. I need to do that. I own it.
I need that one. I'm curious. Like that, like City Hunter. City Hunter. Cat's Eye. Is that the thing coming out on Hulu also?
No, it's just called Cat's Eye.
Yeah, Cat's Eye. Yeah, Cat's Eye
It's a
and
separate
Gunsmith.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what's that? A Gunsmith Girl, or I forget the.
Oh, Gunsmith Cats?
Gunsmith Cat. Those are
Yeah.
the three I've been meaning to pick up and read watch for a
I
while
know.
now.
I know.
those
Cat's
three.
Eye and
Well-
City Hunter are in the same universe,
Yep, same creator, same universe.
which is
It's
why
Cat's Eye-
Lupin is also so close to having a City Hunter crossover because he already crossed over with Cat's Eye.
It's Cat's Eye Shonen. Because I know City Hunter is Shonen. Jump.
Yeah, they're both Shonen. Yep,
Yeah.
Okay.
Shonen Jump. Yeah, they were both in.
Yeah, I definitely need to check.
Oh, I gotta ask, what's my favorite anime? That's a hard one. Well, not really. I'm making it simple. Besides Dragon Ball, it's one anime I keep recommending, which is Fantastic Children.
Oh, yeah.
My God, please, somebody rescue that or something, because it's Bandai. I don't know. Bandai.
Oh yeah,
is
that's
weird.
an Abyss. That's an Abyss license.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now. That was from Bandai.
All right, well, back to anime and things I like. Kaiju number 8, season 1 is coming to Blu-ray. Not sub-licensed to Viz this time. It actually is coming for Crunchyroll. And they're doing
Crunchy's
2
weird like
editions.
that.
So we have a limited edition and a standard edition. So the limited edition is actually pretty cool. So first of all, we get a cool like outer chipboard box that looks kind of badass and awesome. And the outer chipboard box actually has a slipcover, which I think is kind of nice. And it apparently glows in the dark. On top
Oh,
of
that's
that,
cool.
you get an acrylic standee of Kaiju number 8, 5 art cards, a metal finish art card, and a 160-page booklet. Bonus features are promo videos, music videos, textless opening and ending songs. That is way more than most anime get. And I know it sounds like nothing, but like that's a lot more than normal. 12 episodes on 2 Blu-ray discs, comes with English and Japanese. Subs in English. Bonus features are Japanese only. Region A/B discs. That's the art cards. That's the metallic card. That's the
So
booklet.
no compilation movie.
No compilation movie. I would imagine that's going to be its own separate release.
I imagine Hoshio Day Off might be season 2 because that's because in Crunchy that's on Crunchyroll that they put the Hoshio Day Off into season 2.
Also, we're
Like,
only getting 11 episodes this season because of that. That's like our
okay.
episode.
I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know that was I didn't know season 2 was 11 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't know until I was updating my anime list, and I was like, why does it say 11? And I looked at it, I was like, oh, actually it's 11. This is coming out December 9th, and it's $76. So it's like half the price of the Cyberpunk set, but I feel like it comes with more.
Also, like 70, that's actually pretty cheap for one of these limited editions, surprisingly.
Yeah. Also, because the standard's 56, and all you get is the Blu-rays.
Yeah,
so
that's not much of a jump, honestly.
For $20, you're getting a book, art cards, and an acrylic standee in a fancy box. That actually seems worth it to me. You know, that doesn't actually seem too bad. So I think I would take I don't know for sure, but I take a guess the limited edition's exclusive Crunchyroll store. It doesn't say it, but
usually they are.
Usually are. I'm probably gonna get the limited edition because it actually looks like it's worth the value of what's included. So, yeah, actually pretty nice. I'll give Crunchyroll credit on this one. Okay, Criterion Collection announced their December releases. We have Return to Reason, 4 films by Man Ray. As soon as I saw that, I was like, Ray Fillet.
Ray Fillet.
So his name was Man Ray in the Archie comic. Anyways, His Girl Friday is coming out on 4K. Annoyingly, because I just bought that on the Criterion sale on the Blu-ray. Darn, you win some, you lose some. We got Salam Bombay, I Know Where I'm Going, David Byrne's American Utopia, and the big one for a lot of people, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
I can't wait for that. That one's like, I want to get that one because I love Pee-wee Big Adventure. It's such a perfect movie. I love it so much.
And I love that it's getting a Criterion release. I think it's really great. 4K restoration, DTS Master Audio, audio commentary. But oh my god, it's got an audio commentary by Tim Burton and Paul Rubens.
That must be a leftover because
it's got to be it's an archival one, but that's really cool. And an audio commentary by Danny Elfman over a music-only soundtrack to the film.
Oh, that's cool.
Interview from 2005 with Rubens, excerpts from the 48th anniversary screening, new interviews with the co-writer, editor, production designer, producer, and deleted scenes. That is awesome, and I look forward to getting that because that's a great movie. The movie's delightful, and it's weird. Can't wait for the next Criterion sale because I'm going to be waiting for the Criterion sale. But
that film is such a Burton film.
Yep. Mr. Doogie says Criterion has a 4K sale right now till $9.19. These may be discounted as well. Looks like no, because it's still $35 for the 4K. 4K discs are 30% off. Pre-orders. It does say pre-orders included. So yeah, if you pre-order it now, you can get it for $35. Like I don't know what the normal price is on the Criterion site. I don't buy from them, but I usually go through Barnes & Noble. I get points there. Why would I not? So yeah, the pre-orders are on sale right now. Oh yeah, it would normally be $50. That's right. I usually get my Criterion at $25 because they're normally $50. Yeah, duh. I'm thinking of Arrow Video where stuff is normally $35. Yeah, so you can get it for $35 on the Criterion site right now for all the new stuff. Cool. All right, here's a weird one. We got an announcement that they were doing the Universal Monster Legacy collections in 4K, which also included the Abbott and Costello movies. But apparently Kino Lorber is going to be doing single 4Ks of Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and The Mummy. So that's pretty cool. Where's Boris Karloff the Killer? Because I love Abbott and Costello meets Boris Karloff the Killer, because you think it would just be Boris Karloff playing himself, but he's playing like a serial killer version of himself.
Soundout, we'd like to explain to the youngins who Abbott and Costello are. Because sadly, I think they're kind of so old, I think a lot of you don't know them.
Do you guys know Bulk and Skull from Power Rangers?
Or the Three Stooges?
Yeah.
Amazing how the Three Stooges have lasted longer throughout time.
It was Bulk and Skull.
Thank you.
Sound dad cameo.
Oh god, Emilio said who's Boris Karloff. Oh god,
Oh
who's
boy.
on second isn't Abbott and Costello. That's Laurel and Hardy, isn't it?
No, it's happened so.
No, it's Abbott and Costello. Oh my god, I keep getting them mixed up.
I know Lauren Hardy are very similar. Big guy, little skinny guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways,
You ever seen the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny
DeVito?
DeVito?
Yeah.
tall, skinny guy, short, fat guy. That's the comedy duo.
But
Abbott and Costello,
my
Laurel
dad
and Hardy are like the origins of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your dad like.
My dad's wondering, like, yeah, I still have all the tapes. Invisible Man, Meet Frankenstein.
You know what's amazing is the fact there's 3 commentaries on, like, there's 3 commentaries on Frankenstein, 2 commentaries on Invisible Man, 2 commentaries on Jekyll and Hyde, and 2 commentaries on The Mummy. Because there's nothing else they can include for bonus features, so they just load them up with commentaries by film historians, and I love Kino for that.
I just made me realize that the Scooby-Doo movies had to be inspired by these, because it has the whole same Scooby-Doo meet the Scooby-Doo movies.
100% inspired by it.
Because I also see the sexy lady with the yellow spotlight behind her also there.
Yeah. I think I'll probably pick up Jekyll and Hyde. I don't know about the other 3, because I already own the other 3, right? Because of the Universal sets. But I don't own the Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde too, yeah, on tape.
I want the Boris Karloff one. Because I hope they come out with the Boris Karloff one, because that movie I caught that they had a 24-hour channel on Roku last year for Halloween that was playing Universal monster movies constantly, and it threw in the Abbott Costello ones, and I saw Boris Karloff for the first time, and I was like, oh, this is great. It's so bizarre because it doesn't make any damn sense why how it works, but it was hilarious.
I just realized you did skip one review. I know it's in your doc.
Oh, was it Zets?
Yeah.
I liked the first episode of Zets. Thought the opening scene reminded me a little bit of City Hunter meets Lupin meets James Bond, and that just appeals to me. And I thought the cinematography was really great, and I hope the show continues to be good.
I hope it. Yeah. That's what we're wondering. Like, it started strong. Episode 2 is great too. I hope it keeps going.
My favorite bit. I know you probably haven't seen episode 2. My favorite bit is when they entered the quote unquote main headquarters. They had to battle roll inside the place. Like that's like the most fun. That sounds like a great. I love goofy, stupid entrances like that. It's like, well, then again, there I must do cartwheels to get inside.
Yeah.
That had me dying.
Oh, I look forward. I'm gonna watch it tonight because the stream's been running. Like, I think the stream yesterday ran almost all the way to Wednesday.
Yeah, it was surprising. Yeah, surprising.
Yep.
It's 24. No, wait, because it was Friday, Saturday to Sunday. That's 20.
It was supposed to be 72 hours, but it actually ran for like, I think almost 90 hours.
More than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that they did, because bullying works. Nice bullying works, I should say.
They added a 30-second buffer.
Yeah, so you can, when you're fast forwarding or rewinding, you can find like where the start of the episode is a lot easier now, which I think is great. So, good stuff. All right. Comic books. So, comic book news, lots of ups and downs. First up, Invincible is getting an omnibus edition, which is going to be a big old hardcover, $125, containing issues 0 to 47, but it also will include Marvel Team Up 14, the issue of Spider-Man.
I have to ask, did it never have one before?
No, it never was collected.
It never was collected, yeah.
So, question about this versus the compendiums, which by the way, that could be a video on itself, compendiums versus omnis for you.
Yeah.
But like, does this have the same amount of contents as the compendium one?
Yep.
Or is the same one? Is it
it's
just
the same contents as Compendium 1, but they added the Spider-Man issue.
Okay, so I think because I've been meaning to pick up this a while, I think I will just probably just pick up this and
Yeah.
then the rest of the compendiums at this point. Then, because I saw that news, I'm like, well, I want that, but I want to mostly get the compendiums because of the better price and such like that. But
And I
like,
think also it says this one-time printing celebrates Invincible's origins, but cements the historic crossover with Marvel. And also newly remastered in partnership between the publishers. I would imagine they're going to do a 2 and 3, but there's no confirmation of that. But yeah, I think I think if you get like Omnibus 1, so you can get the Spider-Man issue, and then get Compendium 2 and 3 are going to be good. You know. I will say to anybody out there, the true champions who bought it in singles, bought it in trades, bought it in library edition, bought it in compendium, now buying an omnibus. Because boy, this series is popular enough it can be in all those formats. That's amazing. Oh, and they have it in manga size now.
yep. I kind of wanted to do a reprint of the Invincible Compendium 1 with this, but
Yeah,
paint over Spider-Man as Agent Spider.
that would be funny. I think the only reason they can't do that is because the issue is owned by Marvel. I think if it was an Image-owned issue, they could have done it, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why it was not in the compendiums.
Kyle says, do the other compendiums miss any other crossover stuff from Image Skybound, or there's only the Marvel stuff missing? Technically, it doesn't have Invincible appearing in anybody else's book, but it does contain like the one issue of Astounding Wolfman that was like a direct crossover. But then like the Invincible War stuff that happens and crosses over with Guardians of the Globe, all of that was put off into the Invincible Universe compendium.
Yeah, because I was about to say, aren't they doing those like other books in this
Yeah,
universe?
they're doing Astounding Wolfman and Tech Jacket. They're getting compendiums. I'm excited about the Wolfman one. I was reading a little bit of it, and I was like, oh, this is great. I can't wait till the compendium comes out. My new thing lately. Sample it digitally just to buy the print book, because I don't like staring into my screen that much. But, I'm excited, because Astounding Wolfman's coming out in compendium. They're doing Haunt in compendium. Like, it's going to be a good fall for compendiums. But for Invincible, like, the only issue that had any story relevance that wasn't included was the Spider-Man one. So, yeah. I think that's about it, right?
Yep.
Cool. All right. The next Marvel event's been announced, unfortunately. And I broke my browser again.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Without fail. It's always Marvel Comics. Always Marvel Comics. So, One World Under Doom wraps up soon, so naturally we're starting a new arc called The Will of Doom.
I mentioned the artwork. The artwork looks great, but I do. The most funniest thing about this artwork is just MJ the sexy posing, and while all the heroes are in cool badass poses.
Is this J. Scott Campbell? It is J. Scott Campbell. The women don't have organs.
Yeah. Also, I noticed that Iron Man looks very rivals looking. I noticed it just looks.
Totally. That's not even Tony's current armor. I don't know why.
Yeah, I saw them like that. Just looks like the rivals art right there.
Yep. Also, why are Storm and Rogue and Cyclops and Psylocke in their 90s costumes?
Because that's what X-Men is. It's just the 90s.
Laura, oh my God, Laura's not even in her Wolverine costume.
Yeah, she's back in her X-23 outfit. Like, what?
Wait, is anybody here not in a class? Okay, yeah. See, I thought it was all classic looks, but there's She-Hulk in the 2000s look. There's Nova in the Annihilation look.
Thanos is in a more modern look.
Well, Storm's not in her 90s thing.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
she's...
but still, that's.
Oh, yeah,
but
so
still,
yeah,
that's
not in her 90s. Sorry, X-Men 97 broke my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's in her 80s costume. Same as Scott. Danny and Johnny did the fusion dance again for Ghost Rider.
I was mention is that the Johnny
It's Johnny's
right
bike
there?
and Danny's spikes. My God.
Yeah.
I don't think this has anything to do with the story, because the
Yeah,
story is about.
I
like-
don't think this. Yeah, I don't think this art. I don't think this art related to this event. I think he just reuse art. Probably.
Like, basically, Captain America issue 6 is going to tie into The Will of Doom, which is a one-shot by Chip Zdarsky and Kafu that is setting the stage for the next storyline after One World Under Doom is over. And I gotta tell you, One World Under Doom, I think as a series itself, the Ryan North series, excellent. They said it was going to impact the entire Marvel Universe, and damn it, the X-Men do not give a shit of what Doom's doing.
Also, from my the other books, it really hasn't really.
It has made zero.
What?
I only read like Fantastic Four and a couple X books. I was reading X books up until Age of Revelation, like Exceptional, and some of them. I'm dropping some of them post Age of Revelation if they even come back, right? But everything I was reading, I was like, man, nobody gives a shit what Doom's doing outside of the Fantastic Four. and the Avengers.
Also, like, I also interesting with the cat. Like, this is tying to what Chip said. These Captain Americas because that's in the past. That's in like post like Cap got out of the ice
yeah,
scenario. I mean, the current arc is him evading Latveria. Sydney read the news issue, but like, unless they're gonna do like a weird time. I mean, then again, Doom does have the time. The time stone and
I mean,
what's
the
going on
quote
with
here is,
Fantastic
between the
Four.
will of Doom and Captain America, we're charting a new course in the Marvel Universe with one simple statement: Doom always has a plan.
Yeah, so they might, we had time shenanigans right now in Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
so I imagine there's gonna be some time shenanigans. I imagine,
That makes
but
sense.
still,
Isn't it fun,
anyways,
though, that an event ends and we start another event immediately?
at least it's Doom. Like it's still, at least it's like it's just more Doom. It just it doesn't feel like if it was like a wholly two different villain, then maybe. But like the fact that it's so Doom,
Well,
it's pretty
the
much.
thing is, it's not exactly that, because they said that in the description for Will of Doom, they said, what is it? There's this exact. Oh, let me find the exact quote here.
I think it was like above.
Yeah, it's above. It
The
says
rain-
the
the
reign of Doom
rain-
is crumbling. Its downfall may be inevitable, but the effects will rule over the. Yeah, it's like Captain America's mission to stabilize Latveria won't be easy. Enter Salvation, a mysterious new foe with ties to Latveria's darkest chapters. Meanwhile, the long shadow Doom's plans will resurface, and the Red Hulk seeks vengeance for his imprisonment during One World Under Doom. His presence will be seated in the Will of Doom before expanding across Marvel line.
At least, it's still at least it's Doom focus.
Yeah.
Even if there's a new villain, so at least it's not
Yeah, because the
oh,
headline
boy.
here says, but Marvel's next villain could be even worse than Doom. Is Red Hulk going to be our new next villain?
Maybe Harrison Ford tricks again. But at least,
Yeah.
I give credit. At least it's pretty much.
Yeah, because for clarity,
well-
the Will of Doom is just like an epilogue one shot to One World Under Doom that's setting things up.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's not the next name of the next event.
Yeah. So at least I give credit that at least it feels like that. I really like the problem with Marvel events. It just goes
Oh,
all right. In this event,
Blade Raider said, "Keep scrolling. There's so much Doom. Get it? Doom scrolling." Anyways,
but I get crazy because I feel the problem with Marvel events is like this big villain taking over the world. Next event, this other villain taking over the world. So at least this one is still Doom. We're focusing still on Doom, and hell, I mean that damn
we're going to
movie's
be
coming out
focusing on Doom for the next 3 years.
Yeah,
We're going to get sick of Doctor Doom. It's going to be sad. It's going to be sad when it happens, but I think we're going to get sick of Doctor Doom.
Quick thoughts about that leak render.
It doesn't matter because Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doom.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I actually do.
I don't
like
care
that
how
look.
he looks. That's not my problem with the casting.
Yeah, that's the problem. His suit looks great. Too bad the guy underneath's not the right guy.
Exactly. Exactly. Shall we talk about my niche interests that I forgot to put the link into the show notes because it popped up literally right before I came over here to do this stream?
Is it comics or movies?
It's comics and movies. It's the Phantom of the Opera graphic novel Kickstarter. Oh boy, I'm so excited about this. Hey, someone just backed it and it went up again.
I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting Phantom Opera's in the universe because I don't know. Because when I think of Phantom Opera, I don't think Universal Monsters.
Because the musical took over the cultural significance of Phantom of the Opera.
I think that's why. Yeah, because was that the Schumacher? Was it Schumacher who did that one?
I don't know. I know the musical started on Broadway. The thing is, the 1925 silent version of Phantom of the Opera is so damn good, it's soured every other Phantom of the Opera for me.
I remember. I think the Schumacher one. Yeah, I think it was the Schumacher. I think Schumacher did the 90s-ish one. I remember the music of that one really damn good.
Actually, knowing Schumacher, that would make sense.
Yeah,
because the music came from the Broadway one. Which is,
I mean, he did the Wiz.
Yeah.
So you can do musicals.
So anyways, Gaston Leroux's Phantom of the Opera starring Lon Chaney is an original graphic novel. It follows the format of Legendary's previous monster comics, which is that this is based on the original novel, but it is being done with the visuals that match the movie. So it's going to have Lon Chaney's look. It's going to have the Mask of the Red Death design, which is the Mask of Red Death still in red. These comics are in black and white. So the artwork's gorgeous. But the idea is that they're adapting the book into a graphic novel, and they're using the visual style that matches the original movie. They did this with Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi as Frankenstein and Dracula. And so they're doing it again for Phantom of the Opera. So they have a bunch of options here. There's a $15 digital tier, where you can just get a PDF of the You get a PDF of the graphic novel, and you get a PDF of the first draft script for the 1925 movie, which is like
Cool.
awesome. For $30, you get the hardcover of the graphic novel plus the digital rewards, including the PDF of the script. For $79, you can get all 3 graphic novels for Phantom, Frankenstein, and Dracula. Highly recommend the Frankenstein and Dracula ones. They're great. I've got them in their fancy edition. They're awesome. Plus the digital rewards. And then there is the one I backed, which you can already see that I backed it because I'm reshifting my entire October budget around it. The Deluxe Opera House edition. So they did a coffin case. It was a casket case for Dracula and Frankenstein. I showed it.
Oh
in
yeah,
one of the
yeah. That was really dang cool.
Gorgeous. Took forever to come out, but I love it. I'm so happy with it. They're doing that for this, but it's going to be an opera house case, which is designed with the violin over barn doors secured by the instrument's bow. Badass. Then you open the doors, and it's got a metal signature plate featuring Lon Chaney's engraved autograph, and the graphic novel is there, and it will play music from the original film score from the Chaney archives when it's opened.
Oh damn!
That is the coolest freaking thing. So happy. Securing the book is the orchestra pit door, which the Phantom's Mask and famous quote, "Come and believe in me." You can also listen to a sample of the music here through their SoundCloud, and the book is stored in there. And then on top of that, it comes with another book that is about like the story and the making of. So when the mask is lowered, it reveals full book, and it holds the 100th anniversary of the original Phantom movie program, which is 16 pages. So the original movie program you could get at the theater 100 years ago. And then on top of that, the rear of the case has the Phantom's lair, which has an opening door that has a print copy of the first draft script of the movie. And you also get a bookplate signed by Ron Chaney, descendant of Lon Chaney, and Al Gehring, the artist, plus the digital rewards. And that's $100. And I gotta give them credit. That's like value right there.
I mean, it's one of those like, this is the price of an Omni.
Yes.
Some Omnis.
But you're getting like a whole organ set up, and you got like, it's all based on like an opera house, and you get the book, and you get the original program book reprinted, and you get the script hidden in the back, which means there's actually like 2 sections to it, and it plays music. Like, yeah, if you're a fan of the original movie, like, holy shit. Like, this is like, yeah, just like makes it better than the Cyberpunk Blu-ray. Oh, by far. Maybe not.
Here's a universe.
Price.
Here's a Universal Monster question I have for you, Soundout.
Yes.
Where do you put Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Do you put them under that same umbrella or no? Because I know some people do.
Some people
Jekyll
do.
and Hyde.
I don't, because they only, like, Universal did a Jekyll and Hyde, and Warner Brothers did a Jekyll and Hyde like the same time, so it doesn't have like the unique identity of being part of Universal's library, even though it still is. Because there was a really great like coffee table book came out a couple years ago. It was like the history of Universal monsters, and they include Jekyll and Hyde, but Universal doesn't include them as part of the branding because they kind of don't own a definitive Jekyll and Hyde like they do the other monsters. If that makes sense. So. But yeah, this set here, the fact it plays music is like, I thought the casket case they put the Dracula and Frankenstein out was excellent. This same quality, but now it's adding music to it and secret trap doors. Like, I'm very excited about this. That's why I already backed it. I was like, screw the October budget. I'm going to redo the entire thing around this because I need this. They're also, if you missed out on the casket case before and you wanted one, for $198, you can get the coffin case, you can get the opera case and the casket case.
Context. Yes.
If you missed out on your casket before, it's still available. Yeah, so it's really cool. So if you missed out on the previous one, you can get both now. Also, if you backed the casket case edition, they're going to give you $6 to cover well, not cover shipping, to help with shipping and add-ons. You get $6 in credit for having backed the previous campaign, which I think is nice. They also have an original commission artwork you can get from El Gehring for $500. And they have some like $100 art prints you can get that are Glycee art prints. And then you can also just add on, the casket case. Shipping estimates. So like if you're getting the Opera House edition, it's going to be like about $17 shipping to the US, $45 to Canada, $64 to the United Kingdom. My God. Shipping is a little bit of a killer. But Yeah. I'm very
You need
excited.
to.
So
When are you gonna do like the Universal Monster tier list? 'Cause I'm curious because I know some people don't like the Mummy, the original Mummy film.
you know what I should do? Because I've been meaning to do it for years. I have watched like all the movies, right? Obviously,
Feels.
but I've watched some of the movies more than others, right? Original Dracula, original Frankenstein, I've watched more than the others. What I want to do is I want to rewatch like all the movies, right? Like all the movies, the old ones, the new ones. Like do like make my checklist and start checking them off. We'll rewatch all the movies, get them all fresh in my head, and then tier list them. Because
How
a
many
lot
of
of the
those are
modern
public-
monster movies fail at capturing the magic, and I want to talk about why.
How many are the Universal Monster movies public domain or not? Question.
Phantom is
None.
if you count
Phantom,
Hunchback.
yeah, maybe
Hunchback
Phantom.
is
Okay, I was wondering, like, are those only public domain? We can live stream them, but yeah, I don't think they. Yeah, I
no.
think that's
The silent movies pretty much are, but the ones from the 30s still have another few years before. I think about 10 years. Dracula and Frankenstein, those movies will be public domain. So
they
I
can
don't
make.
think
Then
they
you
can
get when they go to the
release
public
that
domain, Santa can make
domain.
all the videos about them.
yes,
Because Universal still renews.
I
the
can
license,
barely
don't
hear
think they can
wheels. Is that a me problem?
No, he's
No,
low for me.
he's a bit quiet
Hold
for
on,
me.
it's probably a Discord.
Yeah, let's just see if we can
Probably
reset.
What about now? Is it working now?
He's so good.
same.
Something's wrong with Discord then. I can't help it.
You might have to check your boost your audio volumes, maybe.
I don't know. I went to look and it's saying that.
Check and see if Crisp is muffling your voice because we had that issue before.
I don't know.
Everyone
It
able
says what about now?
If that's the
He's so
best,
good.
if that's good, just leave it at that. I'll just retweak everybody else.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm testing it on my side and I hear myself perfectly fine. So it has to be a Discord issue because when I hit the mic test, I'm normal.
Yeah.
So something on your side is not working. Like me going through the.
Okay, let me just lower everybody else down, and then I'll just boost.
Yeah, no,
load.
I just tested it. Like I literally just tested it, and on my side, I'm in loud. I'm coming in very loud, but I
Yep.
don't know why.
Wheel sounds good for me. I got on
All
my
right,
side.
everybody sound good on the
I think-
stream.
I
I just
think it's a
I
Discord.
rebalanced it all.
I legit think it's a Discord issue. I legit
Yeah.
think it's just a Discord issue. No, I was saying, I think though the older 30 ones though don't go into like they technically should go into public, but because they're always renewing.
But it's
them-
also the 100-year rule. Like you can't pass the 100-year rule, so they'll be going in
Yeah, 'cause
about 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know how it fully works because it's confusing. It is legitimately confusing.
Copyright law. I don't think anybody gets it. Even copyright
I really-
lawyers.
No
I
copyright
really
wall in the universe can stop me.
Someone
feel
asked
like
what my favorite
copyright-
monster movie was, and it's 1941, The Wolfman. It's 41, 45.
Can you-
Anyways, the Lon
can you
Chaney
not
Jr.
tell-
Wolfman.
Can
I-
you
I
not
was
tell
just
from
gonna
all
say,
the
I think
Wolfman stuff on the
the
channel?
copyright
Yeah.
thing should only apply to books and written fiction because films, it's like a studio. If the studio still exists.
Yeah, because
the
films
studio still
don't have that
technically owns
singular
them.
ownership the way that like books and stuff do, because there's so many people that work on a film, and that's why the studio owns it at the
Exactly.
end of the day. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, that's why
Emilio
I think,
said.
like, films should not have that. But anyways,
Emilio said the original Hunchback Notre Dame is not on home video. It actually is. You can get the original Lon Chaney Hunchback Notre Dame from 1923 from a Kino Lorber Blu-ray. It is fantastic.
I'm gonna have Raw in the background now.
That is the Hunchback Notre Dame from 1923. If you guys have never
Raw
seen it,
started
it's
early
amazing.
tonight. Yeah, that's right. So I'll watch it later.
So, real good stuff. All right. Anything else on the Phantom? Because like
I mean,
it's
Have
got
you
a
ever-
$70,000 goal, and its first 2 hours is at 14,000. So fingers crossed it'll make it.
I think it will.
I mean,
These
the
usually
Claude
do
Rains-
well.
The Claude Rains one is underrated.
I still have never seen it. I need to actually watch that.
Oh, okay. Okay, so like there's like the Claude Rains one, and hold on a second. Dad, it's Herbert Lom, right? Herbert Lom, the guy from Pink Panther, Herbert Lom. Yeah, he was also the Phantom. The Herbert Lom from Pink Panther. No, the reason why I had to shout at Dad was to make sure I said the right name. And he's like, "What are you asking me for?" I'm like, "I'm just making sure it's the right name." But yeah, no, there are like 2 Phantom movies that came out: a Hammer one, and then a Color Universal one with Claude Rains, and they're both underrated. They're not
Yeah.
spectacular, but like they're not
'Cause
awful either.
The fun part about the Claude Rains one is it's a remake of the Lon Chaney one, and they reuse the same sets because they still have the same Opera House set standing. They had that Opera House set standing for like 70, 80, 90, I think almost 90 years. They had the Opera House up.
Like
So the Claude Rains one
Like, I
also
think the-
like uses the same locations.
I think the best. I'm gonna say this right now. It's a controversial one. I think the best one that I think if I recall, adapts the original play / book a little bit more accurately was that animated one from like 1960 or whatever or 70.
Oh yeah, forgot about that one. See, this is what I want to do. I want to do like a massive like watch of like all the movies and all the versions, and then you know what we could do for a tier list? If we could do like a Frankenstein tier list, and we just rank all the Frankenstein movies, and then we do like a Dracula tier list.
Please don't drag me back down the Frankenstein rabbit hole. Please don't.
You don't have to join the rabbit hole.
I know. I'm making the joke. I'm making the joke because
Have you
there are
seen
some
the
really,
movie?
There are some really stinker Frankenstein adaptations out there.
Yes, I
Have
know.
you ever,
Like-
Soundout, have you ever seen the movie Frankenhooker?
I haven't, but is it about a serial killer who uses a hook or something saucier?
No, it's actually a hook.
It's saucy, but also really funny.
Okay,
I'm
I
not
do
surprised
appreciate
why-
when they do that.
I'm gonna say this right now, Ryan. Have you actually seen it, or have you just
Yes.
heard of it? Because the fact
I know, I have
Okay.
seen it.
No,
I love
no. The fact that I'm sitting here, both me and Ryan are both looking at each other like, so yeah, that's a thing we can bond on. Like he's like, oh boy.
Oh, that's a good point. Spider's Prime. Would Frankenstein versus Baragon need to go on the Frankenstein tier list?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that is a movie.
Sound out. We also need to put the Frankenstein movie where John Hurt somehow time travels, meets Mary Shelley and Dr. Frankenstein, who coexist at the same time. Oh, dude, that movie's freaking weird. You need to watch that movie with John Hurt.
I really
Raoul
need to
Julius,
because
Victor
what the
Frankenstein.
hell?
Here's the
Also-
are we gonna,
also,
are we ranking?
Have you guys ever seen the Frankenstein movie with the guy from the second Harry Potter movie where he directed it, where he's Victor Frankenstein and it's fucking batshit insane?
No, I don't think I have. But question: will we rank like movies that have Frankenstein in it, like Monster Squad, also, or just specific Frankenstein movies?
Monster
I think
Squad
that's
would go into a
Frankenstein in the
category with
title.
all the Universal crossovers and all the other ones that put a bunch of monsters together. Yeah,
Okay, because I do love Frankenstein, the Frankenstein monster in Monster Squad. He
he
was,
was
such
my
a friend.
favorite part of that movie.
Also, there's supposedly a David Warner version of Frankenstein that I have not seen yet. I just found out
Yeah.
about it like this morning at like 5 in the morning.
Does
Where
anyone
does
have
DC
James Rolfe's
That's how-
email address? I feel like we.
Where does DC Frankenstein rank in your Frankenstein?
DC Comics Frankenstein is pretty good. DCU
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Creature
about.
Commandos Frankenstein can burn in hell.
Yeah,
You know what's a
that's what I was
really
talking
good
about.
one?
The comic
Marvel-
one.
Yeah.
Marvel Frankenstein, where he killed himself. I think.
Yes. That one's fun too. More on this later.
It's like Dracula,
But-
where he eats
Also, if
Hey,
you guys
ever
want to
seen the
know
one where
more
Dracula
about,
eats hamburgers.
yes, I was gonna say, if you guys want to know more about the original Phantom of the Opera silent film, go check out Cinemassacre's new video on it because it was excellent.
Bro, he does like a video for that. Like he's done like 4 videos on that. Like,
Yep.
bro, like
His
he's done,
recent one was like
4.
the 100th anniversary look back, and he specifically was talking about the different edits of the movie from over the years. And I was like, this is great.
Because he did another video similar to that like 10 years ago that I remember watching.
Blade Raider says, any thoughts on the 13th Doctor episode with Mary Shelley? I think it was funny that they did Mary Shelley as a reveal, like she was a MCU cameo. All right.
Hey, are we in toy news now?
Nope, we're at entertainment news.
Oh, yeah, entertainment, right? Mario.
So at the Nintendo Direct last week, they announced that the Super Mario Brothers movie sequel is the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And then they said all the cast you expect to come back will be coming back. And then it comes out next year.
Man, it
So-
makes
don't
you
expect
feel
them to cast.
old that Galaxy came out. Like Galaxy's now so old that it can be a movie.
I have to wonder if it's only Galaxy or if they're skimming over World.
They
Because-
said in the direct that it's gonna be like a combination of the 40+ years of Mario. So
That makes
imagine-
sense then, because the music in the beginning was from World. I was like, oh, I think it's
I have a weird feeling they're
Okay.
going to be like, well, Yoshi was in Galaxy too, so what if we just do our Yoshi stuff in
That
that?
was what I was thinking of. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna show a bunch of stuff.
What I want out of this is a good movie. Not
yeah,
just a good Mario
Oh.
movie. I want like a good movie.
the movie, yeah.
Them actually using actual video game motif music instead of just licensed stuff.
Please.
All I want,
I noticed that.
all I
Assuming that
want
was
is
their biggest complaint with the movie too,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
Like,
Oh yeah,
why
yep.
do we
So
have
hearing
like,
actual
you know?
music from the game, I'm like, oh snap!
Because Brian Taylor's soundtrack is fantastic. I wish there was more of the movie scenario.
Yeah.
My only thing is, I got to hope that not all the Lumas are gonna be the same Luma from the first movie. 'Cause I hated that thing.
That nihilistic one. Yeah.
I hate that thing. It's such the
Life is
obvious trope of.
meaningless.
It's such the
Cute
obvious trope
character
of.
says messed up
Here's
things.
this massive thing. I
Yeah.
hated it. I hated that.
Yeah.
I love when cute character says messed up things. It makes me laugh.
Woo!
I want cute character that's actually a horrifying monster like Moopsie.
Yeah, yeah.
See, the
Like,
best part about
Like,
Moopsie is
go watch
Moopsie
the
doesn't
Goku
tell
match
you.
stuff.
Moopsie doesn't say, "I'm gonna eat your bones." Moopsie says,
just-
Oh my god!
It's just this oopsie.
I think I just saw one of my high school friends in the crowd. It's just. But yeah,
"It's local."
but, yeah.
That's wild. Yeah. More on that later. In other announcements, the Ultraman 60th anniversary commemorative project, Ultraman Zero, new movie in production. Weird long title. I hope they change that.
But still, like, yay! A new
Yay,
Ultra
Zero.
movie, a new, not just Zero, but also a new Ultra movie that isn't like, like something like Shin.
It isn't
And
like
all, like
3 bonus episodes of a TV show.
yeah, or like, and I love Rising, but it's just nice to have another show like in the main continuity movie
Put
that
it
isn't
in
like
theaters, you cowards.
yeah,
Put it in
like that.
theaters. Give me
Also,
a
I
reason to
don't-
make people watch Ultraman Zero.
Yeah, because I love my boy. Also, like, because this was announced at SuperCon, I imagine, right?
Yes, it
You
was.
know,
Is
the
it
new
just-
James
isn't it
stuff
cool?
Is gonna suck mad hard.
Isn't it cool that Subaraya got all the new gen actors back? And then also sad that Toei could never do that with.
Because I pissed
Right
off
there.
half of them.
It was so cool to see all the new gen actors all together again. Also, they did a little Nexus reunion. I think I saw.
They
where
did,
had a
yes,
lot-
they
all
had-
the-
It was okay. So they did a wombo combo. They did it that it was the Nexus and the Max cast for a super mega, like that was their main featurette. And what it was announced to, like I was like, oh man, my boys Yagi and Sean, and then like I'm sitting here and I'm like, so Sean, you delivering on what you said to me, right? I'm sitting here like, Sean, you hooking me up, right? Like.
Also,
More on that later.
was it Nexus and Mabius are getting Blu-rays in Japan?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really. I think it was. Hold on, let me double check. It was Mabius, Nexus, I think Cosmos. Let me double check.
That makes sense. That'd be the last one that didn't have one at that.
Yeah, Cosmos. Yeah, Nexus, Mabius, Nexus, and Cosmos.
They're like, you're getting all the Heisei in HD.
Yeah, because Max came first, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Max came first, then these three. So that's really
Wait,
nice.
did Max come
Nexus,
first?
then Max, then Mabius.
Yeah, Ultraman Max.
Hopefully, because
Blade Runner pointed out, because I didn't think about this until just now, because I forgot about them. Blade Runner says, so this is why they redubbed the Zero movies, to match the upcoming one, and I assume actually release them between now and then. Yeah.
When are those coming out? It's almost been a year.
Yeah, I forgot about them, but that's a good point. That's why they were doing those. It was for this. So, put it in theaters. I want the Ultraman experience in theaters again. Because Shin Ultraman was funny because some of the effects in Shin Ultraman that were like throwback effects, like when they put like a little model of Shin Ultraman and just spun him really fast, there was a lady behind me that just kept laughing hysterically every time he was spinning.
Yeah.
It was funny because I was like, I don't know if she gets it, but it's amusing. Dramatic moment fighting Zeton, spinning Ultraman, this woman just starts cracking up behind me. It's just like, I don't know why you find this so funny, but I'm glad you're enjoying it.
All I know is that dub is gonna suck so bad.
I don't know. Anyways, moving on to Tron, which probably is
Shenmue
going to
can't
suck.
voice act anymore.
It doesn't matter because we're talking about Tron Ares. Because I saw this Gizmodo article which started with the exact question I've been asking. What's the story behind Tron Ares?
It's gonna
Because
suck.
every promo just repeats the same one line from Gillian Anderson and then just shows too much Jared Leto. So this article was about a set visit on for Tron Ares, and there's some details in it I kind of wanted to talk about because I thought it was interesting. Because also there's a cool behind the scenes shot that's got so much red I could barf. There's that. So basically, they're trying to like recap. Let me get to the actual new stuff here. So it's not a direct sequel to Legacy, but it's still in the Tron universe. So they did confirm that it's 14 years after Legacy. So that's, about the same amount of real time since Legacy came out. And the movie asks the question: if trauma is always about looking inside the machine, what happens when technology becomes sufficiently advanced that the lines between the two worlds start to blur? What if what comes from the digital world could start to exist on our own and be sort of indistinguishable from our reality and even nature in some ways? We explore the interrelationship between the real world and digital world more than we've done in other Tron films. That sounds promising. Why is Jared Leto in this, though? Man.
I love it's always the big
Because
question. Why is he in
he's a
here?
figment of their imagination.
Yes.
He's an Oscar. He's a white man with an Oscar. It's the real
Exactly.
answer.
That is the true
That's the
answer.
real answer. That's always the answer.
I also find it
Ryan's
funny
actually
he's holding a
correct with this
Rubik's
one.
Cube in this shot. Like, is he going to have a Spider-Man noir moment going, what is this?
Color.
No,
It's
Color.
purple.
What's gonna happen is they're gonna give him the Microsoft Windows pipes screensaver, and it's gonna like change his whole world.
Be like, I shouldn't kill humanity. This is great.
The pipe cleaner's telling me not to.
Also from this shot, this looks like Flynn's Arcade because there's the sign in the back that says Home of Tron, Flynn's, and then it's got a bunch of arcade stuff. So it's either is Flynn's Arcade's office or it's another office because we actually learn who Grace Lee is playing in this article, which is insane.
Who is she playing?
Well, I'll talk about it. So here's the story of Tron Ares. Tron Ares centers on two companies, Incom and Dillinger. Incom being the company from the original Tron that later Kevin Flynn took over because the company was stolen from him by Edward Dillinger. And then Dillinger Systems, which is the Edward Dillinger company, who are racing to acquire the permanence code, the key to making assets born in the digital world of the grid a permanent reality. At the start of the film, the technology exists to bring digital assets into our world, but they expire after a certain amount of time. Like your 3D print isn't permanent. You 3D print it and it dissolves after a certain time. And so they're trying to get the permanence code.
Sucks. That printer sucks. Then.
Yes, they need better printers. So the permanence code is making things permanently in the real world. So here's what we've been wondering is what was the connection between Evan Peters' Julian Dillinger and Edward Dillinger, played by David Warner in the first movie, and Edward Dillinger Jr., played by Cillian Murphy in the second movie. Which, by the way, did find out recently that Cillian Murphy did turn down appearing in this movie, so at least they asked him. That's an important
That's
thing.
good, at least.
Which,
I wonder...
No, what happened was Murphy heard Jared Leto and he said, fuck this,
Yeah.
I'm out.
He's like, I've got an Oscar. I'm a white man with an Oscar. I don't need to be anywhere near that one.
Yeah, I was thinking like that because it's either they're paying pennies, or he saw Jared Leto was in the cast like, nope.
He's like, my reputation's strong right now. I am not losing it yet. All right,
It's so funny how Oppenheimer made him a great actor, where all of his other performances have just been mixed.
Well, all of his other performances were like bit parts. He never got a lead.
Yeah, that's true.
Flex his skills. All right, so
I mean, his other part was pretending he was in a zombie apocalypse, which was just living in London right now.
Exactly. Also, he was decent as Scarecrow when they gave him scenes. All right. So Julian Dillinger, Evan Peters' character, is the grandson of Ed Dillinger, David Warner, and his company wants the code for military purposes for profit. Incom, on the other hand, has grander ideas. So the nice part is we thought that because the Dillingers were kind of in charge of Incom in Legacy, and then Sam came back, but then it looked like Incom was still involved in the movie. We thought that the Dillingers were in charge of Incom. That's not the case. Incom and Dillinger Systems are separate companies at war over this, which I think is kind of fun. It goes into the cyberpunky nature of Tron to have two companies fighting each other. So, Incom, fans will remember, is the company Kevin Flynn took over at the end of the first Tron. The company that his son Sam was supposed to take over at the end of Tron Legacy. However, Ares will reveal that in the 14 years between films, Incom has fallen on hard times. In fact, it would have folded except not for the work of now CEO Eve Kim, played by Greta Lee. Eve helped reinvent one of Incom's many classic titles, Space Paranoids, as an online massive multiplayer game in the vein of Fortnite, and it changed everything. The video game commentary is back in Tron!
Yeah.
What video games? Am I Tron?
Right?
No, here's the thing. Does it have microtransactions? Does the season pass sucks? Like,
I really hope her character's like, I hated having to do this, but this saved the company. Because that would be so realistic, right? Like, they're like, we made all this money, but I'm not happy about it. Anyways,
I had to collab with music artists I don't like.
Yes. So now she wants to take things to the next level by using the legacy the company was built on, Kevin Flynn's work on the grid, and evolving it. This is what we should be marketing this movie off of, not how much Jared Leto can we fit in a 2-minute trailer.
That's the problem. All the trailers stink
Okay, I'm
for
gonna say
this
this
movie
right
because
now.
they
Yeah.
don't tell you
Jared
anything.
Leto probably pulled his usual Dwayne the Rock Johnson card, where you got to put him up in center.
It's
and
got to
make sure
be
the
because
marketing is
like
just about him.
there's so much else going on in this movie, and I've gone from like, I mean, this movie's gonna bomb either way, but I went from like, I'm gonna go see it to like, oh, actually, there's something interesting in this. Like, I'm intrigued for the first time in this
Sounds
movie.
like how much is
Guy
that?
who misses
Is that
when Jared Leto
copium?
was just a
How much? How much
musician.
is copium? To be fair.
I
How
bought,
much can you huff?
I bought IMAX tickets, so I don't know. Maybe I'm huffing copium, but I'm very intrigued by the fact there's actually substance to this. You know, it felt
Yeah.
like a gimmick before, and now I feel like we got story. I don't know if it's going to be good, but at least there's something for me to work with here. Buteki's like, it could be the bomb. It will be the bomb at the box office. All right, and then they kind of go into some more stuff, because the AI stuff it's all been touched in the trailers. Dillinger's the one that creates Ares, and the whole idea, from what it sounds like, I don't think they exactly put this into these words. It basically sounds like they create Ares, who's Jared Leto's character, as a program to go kill Encom so they can like steal the code, which I think is kind of interesting.
I don't know why, but the way the plot sounds, it reminds me of that movie Free Guy. I don't know why. It's giving me that same vibe.
It's
I
got a
don't
little
know
bit of
why.
that, because because like it also mentions like how Ares becomes self-aware that he's on the wrong side of things, and he's going to start working with Greta Lee's character and like trying to work it out. The interesting part, they did say the story will take place in the real world and the grid, but actually multiple grids. The bluer, more naturalistic Incom grid, so we've seen that in the trailers. That's actually the Incom grid, and the cold red, scary-looking Dillinger grid, as well as the 1982 original grid that Kevin Flynn made way back when. Which is that one scene that has Jeff Bridges in it, because I'm pretty convinced he's in one scene.
Yep. Just to get his cameo checks.
So there is actually some stuff going for this. They also talk about how Jared Leto like pushed to make the movie happen because his career is dying and he needed something. They showed this amazingly red production shot.
My eyes. Hey, look, it's the virtual. Hey, look, it's the virtual boy.
Yes, it's the virtual boy. So yeah, we'll see how this turns out. Okay, so this is okay. I just double checked. This is Kevin Flynn's office with the arcade machines and stuff. This is Kevin Flynn's office at Incom that Greta Lee's character now has. We still don't know who Cameron Monaghan's playing, which seems insane to me because everybody likes that actor and stuff. So, also Practical Light Cycle.
Is Tron gonna actually be in the movie? Is Tron?
No
actually
idea.
in my Tron movie.
If I was to hedge a bet,
Exactly.
if I was to hedge a bet on what is happening with Tron, I would say I hope Bruce Boxleitner has a cameo because he's been in literally every Tron thing. And I'll say that I have a weird feeling that Cameron Monaghan's character is being hidden because he's like a reincarnation of Tron, kind of the way that Beck was a reincarnation of Tron, like a acolyte, like Beck was supposed to be the next Tron in Uprising, so Cameron Monaghan, I feel like, is going to be that new iteration of Tron, and that's like the connection. And if they make Jared Leto's character Tron, I'm going to
You're gonna kill yourself.
I'm going to not say anything because I think everything I say could be illegal. So I'll be very pissed if that happens. I think because the thing is that like if somebody else is the Tron-like character going forward, we can work with it. But if it's Jared Leto, the franchise is cooked forever. You guys ready to talk about toys?
Yes.
I feel like at least several people in the chat mentioned, oh, I now actually know what the movie's about. Got that going for us, right?
And that shows how bad the marketing's been. No,
Yeah.
let's not explain our plot of the movie. We had Mr. Beast make an appearance instead.
It's like the marketing campaign exists just to piss me off, and then also it feels like one of those Star Wars marketing campaigns where they don't tell you anything and they just expect you to show up off vibes. When has that ever happened? When has that ever worked outside of Star Wars? All right. Toy news. It's Marvel Legends time. We got to talk about prices first. Because I don't do this show like other people would. Sometimes, there's good times to talk about toys and then talk about the prices after, but I feel like we got to talk about the prices first. Marvel Legends are now $27.99. following the Emperor Doctor Doom being that price. And this is, rumored to be happening to Deluxe Class Transformers and Star Wars Black Series. Star Wars Black Series were not worth $25. They certainly ain't worth $28. Also, that means every other class of Transformer is probably going to increase as well.
Yeah, because I'm not sure the prices I saw were 100% the final, but I saw like deluxe were like 28,
which
or
would
something like
match
that.
because the rest of the $24.99 products went up to $27.99.
Which, my God, deluxe is 28. Like, I can handle a legend being 28 sometimes, depending on which
Deluxe
legend.
Transformers for the plastic quality they give us, no sir.
Yeah, I think Voyagers are gonna be what
43.
43, and then
That's an
Leaders are gonna be
$8
6,
increase.
and Leaders are gonna be 60.
Which
I think,
Leaders
and
are
like-
already 60. That happened with Megatron and Onyx Prime.
Yeah, which God.
What's Commander going to be? 120?
Probably. That is why Titans.
I feel like, guys, it's called collecting is dead. All hail.
Yeah, I love being priced out of my collecting.
I gotta tell you guys that
my
the
escapist
fact that
hobby.
I gotta tell you guys that the prices are up due to tariffs. I will also say the prices are up. They've been trying to increase prices all year, but they keep getting backlash and they keep pulling back. Hasbro announcing price increases the same week they announced they're moving from cheap enough Pawtucket, Rhode Island to expensive ass Boston. That does not seem like a coincidence to me that they're raising prices right as they're moving offices to a much higher, more expensive building.
What's the benefit for moving?
I
don't
have no
understand
idea.
that.
Nothing.
I've looked
Nothing.
into it. Nobody has any idea why they're moving. Even the mayor
Because
of
the
Pawtucket's
rent-
like, they'll come back. It's too expensive in Boston.
because I say the rent can't be that. I don't think the rent's gonna be cheaper.
They've been in that building for like 30
it's
years.
not. In Boston, it's
Uh-uh.
definitely expensive. I've looked.
Also, commuting to Boston? My God. I've driven in Boston. There's a sign in Boston that like is there, and it's like it has a sign that says "You turn back into Boston," as if like because you get lost easily if you don't know where you're going.
That sounds like a threat.
Yes,
Yeah, it basically is.
it basically is. So like
Come on up here sometime. It'll be fun.
as we always say though, right? Corporations are, the tariffs do affect costs and affect prices, but as we know with corporations, they will use it as an excuse to raise the price but never bring it back down. So you know what we're gonna do, guys? Vote with your wallet.
And that's the thing, like there's there's scenarios where like some of these price increases because of tariffs where like again I think some of the recent Nintendo like plastic stuff like the Virtual Boy and the Amiibos are only expensive here because you look at the other places they're not like I think like in Hong Kong the Virtual Boys are like 65 USD, but like from what I understand, Hadron prices are worldwide. They aren't just US. So that's the corporation there because
The prices went up in Canada and Australia and the UK as well.
even though they don't have tariff issues
Exactly.
there.
And that's how you know it's Hasbro using it as an excuse to fund their move. Yeah, Hellfire says, don't they get tax benefits for being in their old office? They do. They're like a central figure in Pawtucket. They even fund a children's hospital that has their name on it.
It's almost like they're gonna kill Pawtucket.
Yeah, they're kind of like there were. I saw several news reports in Pawtucket. There was what was it? There was toy stores that had older vintage toys that Hasbro employees would go visit those toy stores and see if they had a vintage toy that they're using for a reference for a new toy.
I think the Transformers team, you definitely use that.
Yeah.
He's probably.
And so that store's like, well, they can still come and visit us because it's not that far from Boston, but there's really no point in them moving. Like everybody's like looking at this like this is ridiculous. They would have to be getting a special tax break from the city of Boston to somehow make it worth it, but I don't think it's going to be long term. I think this is just super short-sighted, or it's like the sign of they're getting out of the toy business and they're trying to kill it. I don't know. It's really weird.
Guys, it's just Chris Cox killing it.
It's Chris Cox
Wait, yeah.
coxing it. Peacemaker said, right now with Hasbro, I'm like, are you making the rest of the Beast Wars cast? No, then I have better things to buy. That is legitimately how I'm approaching things. Like, I'm not starting new collections with Hasbro at this point. I'm just going to build out and finish off the things I've already started. Because if they're going to be pricing stuff like this, I can't keep doing new stuff all the time.
Yeah, like
yeah.
like for example, like I'm already halfway through the primes. I'm gonna get the remaining primes. It's gonna be weird. There's only
I'm
half
not buying the new
half.
Alpha Trion. I'm going to use that money to get one of the other primes because I already
Yeah,
have an
like, I
Alpha
already,
Trion.
like, I already have. That's the thing. I already bought the new because I didn't have Alpha Trion before.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing. Yeah, I have the remaining. What's the? Why stop now? It'd be kind of
Exactly.
weird not. Yeah, scenario like that. But like yeah, it's new stuff.
So
Like
I
new
think I
stuff.
only
Like
need 5 primes and I'm done as well. So like yeah.
yeah, and like when we get to the Marvel Legends stuff, there's a lot. That was like I think like one thing I pre-ordered maybe. And such. But
Like
yeah.
Psycho said, if it's a $3 increase across board, okay, but why are something closer to 10? That's why I think it is. I think it's because the tariff is the excuse. The price increases are to cover this move, among other things.
I think, in like honestly, like I think because I have Onyx Prime, and I like that figure, but I think I'm kind of having that figure in hand now. I'm kind of a little underwhelmed with it. I still liked it, but like I don't know, I just kind of feel a little underwhelmed.
Yes,
And
same.
especially,
I
like
think he's
The
great.
issue is it's they went so hard with the aligned continuity color scheme. I think hurts it. For
no, it's not even
people.
the colors.
It's not in the color scheme.
more of-
Engineering wise, my issue with my figure. I can't put him into the centaur mode with the bow effect because his
I hate
shoulders.
The bow. I hate.
His
Yeah, I
shoulders
hate the
keep
bow.
drooping, so they can't hold into the right position. His arms keep
No.
popping off because there's no backing to hold them on.
For me, it's not even just for the. Mine's fine, but I can't. I hate that bow. You cannot pose. That bow is impossible.
It's too
to
long.
pose.
The arrow's too long,
It's-
and the positioning to
also,
hold it is all off.
I know. I think also because the centaur mode, I thought it looked so cool in pictures, but having it in hand, it's small. Like I thought it was gonna be like huge. It was.
Yep.
He loses like he's tiny when he's in centaur mode. He looks so much cooler in his normal robot mode.
Hellfire brought up a good
such a
point. Isn't Hasbro still in the red and then proceeds to move and raise prices? Yes, it's what they're trying to do is squeeze money out of the existing audience because they know they can't get a bigger audience anymore. They're trying to just squeeze the rest of us there, and they're like, they're so addicted, we can just keep charging them more, and they'll keep buying.
What did we keep saying about such as the kid toy line stuff? If you don't make new fans, we're gonna die eventually.
Exactly, and that's the thing is like I think the Transformers stuff, like I think Onyx Prime's a great figure and concept. I'm glad I had my pre-order at Pulse where he was 60. Amazon put him up for 55. I switched over. Even at 55, it feels a little high.
Yeah, like I think I think Suzuki's Megatron is damn good.
Yes.
I think he's.
I haven't even transformed mine. I was like, this robot mode's so fantastic. I don't even need to put him into a tank mode. I can just leave him like this.
I honestly think you're missing out because I think the transformation is the best part of that figure. I think the engineering of that figure is fantastic.
It's like this perfect like animation Megatron, which is what I was looking for. I'm gonna transform it though because I have to do the video for the rundown. I was like, I'll transform when I go to do the rundown.
Wait, you're still doing that? I thought we're stopping. I thought you were gonna stop with Transformers rundown.
No. I'm just gonna combine them into one video. I have a format in my head.
Okay.
I'll tell you about it sometime. But it's not gonna be like I've done the rundowns before. I've got a whole concept of how to make it like like I think I've worked it out. It can be 1/5 the work, but still the same commentary level. So we're just gonna, it's not gonna be like the rundowns of the past where we did like all these multiple shots and all this crazy editing and multiple that's gone away because it's just the business side of it doesn't work. But I can still make a video covering the whole year, but it's just going to be a lot simpler and it's going to be I think just as effective for the commentary side of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
like it was going back to what we mentioned about like I got the Black Series Obi-Wan and Anakin, and that's it. I'm not buying any more Black Series. I just wanted those two because I love Red stuff, and that's it. And even then,
at $28 a figure, I'm only going to be buying Jedi I don't have. That's it. I'm done. I'm not doing anything else. So.
And for Legends, it has to be characters I really want and like care about and such like that. Which that's I guess. Can we speaking of? Should we segue to Marvel?
We should. I just wanted to check a couple prices before we get into this because I am going to be mentioning prices because this is how we do it around here. We are
prices.
Give me a second, guys. You continue. I have a package.
Sounds
I'll be
good.
back.
So we had a Marvel stream.
It's a new copy of Frankenhooker. He's got a new copy of Frankenhooker.
Yep.
So we had a stream. And it's our duo now because they fired the third one of the group, which is like because Hasbro's just doing that all the time now.
Hey guys, we're gonna publicly execute the remaining duo on the next stream.
Yeah,
probably.
The thing is, the guy they fired, Ryan Ting, he went on a podcast recently and started talking about stuff, and I was like, yep, this is what happens when you fire people who have been at your company a long time. So anyways, the first thing they showed off was the Daredevil Born Again helmet and baton set, which I think is actually cool, because Disney had done a helmet for Avengers Campus, and then Hasbro was like, let's one up it and include the sticks. And I think it's really funny that the model they chose to wear the helmet doesn't look like Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock Daredevil, but looks kind of like the guy that played Bullseye when he was wearing the Daredevil costume in season 3. Because of his like insanely square jawline, I'm like, oh, he looks like Bullseye wearing the costume instead of Matt Murdock. I think just like the Wolverine helmet, just having the top half of it doesn't really work for me as much as it would if it had like the hood and like the complete look. I think works really well, but just having the top half of it looks nice on a display, but actually wearing it, I don't think it's as effective. Also, this is $140. And there's 0 electronics. It's just 2 sticks and a helmet. And it's up to $140. Can the sticks become a cane? No, but they can connect together. Which, I mean, that just looks like a Blade Builders connection. It doesn't look like it's that fancy. It's nice they're doing it. But I think it would have been nicer like a year ago when the price was a lot lower. Because now I'm like, nah, it's not worth the price. It's a little too expensive for what it is. Tech
It's almost like they don't care anymore.
Hasbro don't. Hasbro just wants to squeeze every dime out of you.
I'm back. What we're talking about right now?
Daredevil helmet and sticks being way too expensive for what they are.
Oh yeah,
Sticky sticks.
yeah.
It
looks
far
cool.
away. Oh, there he is.
It looks cool. It looks cool, but yeah, like I said you like the billy clubs and such, but like it's expensive. It's, like,
$140,
way too
no
expensive.
electronics.
Also, my God, the actor they got has a mighty jawline.
I was just saying, he looks like when Bullseye was wearing the Daredevil costume in season 3, more so than like Matt Murdock, because he's got that really square jaw.
As Mr. Daredevil freak yourself, like if it ever goes on heavy discount, will you get it?
I'll buy it for $50. No higher, no higher than $50, because I would not ever wear it because I think it doesn't look good without the whole hood on it. You know, it would just be a display piece. $50, highest vote. The only one of these helmets I paid full price for was the Doctor Doom one, because I thought that actually was worth the price. I got a discount on the Star-Lord. I got the Magneto like half off. I'm not paying full price for the Wolverine or the Daredevil. So, $50. They're not going to have electronics. I'm definitely not paying full price.
I'll give them $5.
Why not? All right, in other news, I have to wake up at 7 in the morning on Friday so I can order Mystique and Outback Storm.
7 in the morning?
Order me my figures.
I will if I can.
I had no problem pre-ordering with Target, but I hate they change the times all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
it's 9 a.m. Eastern, which for me is 7 a.m.
9 a.m.
6 a.m. if you're like in the West Coast. My God, just put them up at like noon, like some normal company.
Oh. They'll do what they want.
So, A, hoping I can pre-order them. B, hoping they actually ship. C, please? I really want these two.
Oh, they're gonna screw both me and you. Woo!
Anyways,
they're gonna screw everybody.
Probably. I hope they're stocked like the way that.
I'm gonna go screw myself over right now.
Yeah, like I hope they're like Gene.
Gene and
like,
Professor X have been like almost shelf warming. I hope they have that level of stock for these.
I have not seen the Psylocke and Thanos set since, and
it's also weird that the Psylocke and Thanos set and the Omega Red and War Machine set came out like a couple months before the rest of them.
Yeah, I still hate how they handled that Psylocke and Thanos, because the Marvel Legends team told us it was gonna be available these days, and Target's like, nope.
Yep. This at least we know is tied to the Target Fall Geek Out, which is always that 9 a.m. Eastern on Friday. So they won't change the time on these, I don't believe, because it's part of the Fall Geek Out, which is every single day at the same time, or every single Friday at the same time. So wish me luck, guys. I need my Storm and the Mystique. I mostly need my Storm.
My favorite part is I'm just gonna be sitting there at 7 in the morning, and I'm just gonna get like probably a text from Soundout, and he's just gonna join me on Discord. I'm gonna sit there with him for like 20 minutes as he's fighting, and I'm like, You winning, son? And
Maybe.
you'll be like, no, Dad.
Also, I don't know when McFarlane's putting their stuff up that Friday, so we'll see. All right, Mysterio's going
That'll be
up
fun.
for pre-order from Walmart sometime. When is he going up? October 10th. Wheels, you're on your own for that one. Walmart don't let me make orders for other people. Walmart's like, you get one address and one address only. I'm like, jeez. You can't even. You know you can't change an address on a Walmart order after it's been made.
Really?
You
God.
can't. Even contact customer service, they'll just like cancel the order and reorder it. So like if you move and you have a Walmart pre-order, you like can't change it.
Wow.
Yeah, they suck. They did deliver me my Spider-Man, so there's at least that. But
I'll get credit for Target. They have pretty decent customer support because
Yes. they'll even
'cause I
price
had-
match if something goes on sale later. Yeah.
yeah, because I had to 'cause I recently my credit card, my debit card expired, and I had and I got a new card. But my problem is I had the pre-order for the DC Sonic stuff under the old card,
Mhm.
so I had to I contacted Target people, and then thankfully they said like, oh, like we'll let once I think they said it was too late to change the card, but they said if the way how the pre-order system works, once if the payment doesn't go through, they'll send me email saying here's you put your new card in so you can pre-order your put the pre-order, you get free pre-order and stuff like that.
That's pretty nice. Like I like that they're just like, all right, well we can't do it, but here's our system for how it can be done. Like that's good customer service, for sure. All right, the Super Scroll is going to be available at New York Comic Con and MCM London, and then on Hasbro Pulse at a later date. I don't need that. The Champion of the Universe and Star Fox 2-pack that was announced at Comic Con will be going up for pre-order October 2nd on fan channels and Amazon. And then we got
I was originally thinking of getting the Super Scroll, but especially with all the price change, I think I had to skip that one out. As much as like I want my Fantastic Four villains and such like that.
Oh, also we were talking about why does he not have Sue's powers represented?
Why?
He's based on a trading card.
Oh.
He's in the box like the Death's Head that's based on that trading card series. And so the trading card didn't show the invisibility power, and it showed his legs being Johnny legs. That's why they did it that way.
So like
that's a lame excuse, but it's yeah. All right, so then we got into the mini comic Wave 2. So Farrell's part of that. I got to finish my X-Force team. She looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
We got Rachel Summers Phoenix, which I have one complaint. She doesn't come with the helmeted head, which is on the cover.
Oh, gotta love that and such, yeah.
I don't think she had it for long, but still.
My problem. I did this is more the costume's fault, but man, it looks boring.
Yeah, it is definitely the costume's fault, but I think the wing flames are really cool, and she's actually the one to sell out everywhere. She was like the hot figure of the wave.
Well, I guess we haven't got a Rachel Summer figure since what the
2007.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, was she part of? I thought she was part of the Epic Hero collection.
She got canceled.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, she got canceled. Yeah.
Yeah. So the last Rachel Summers come out was 2007, and it was her dumb Marvel Girl costume with the stupid green dress I hate. This is much better. This is also the last member of base roster Excalibur, and we've been waiting years to finish that. So I'm getting her. They then showed Silver Surfer, which is great if you don't have a Silver Surfer.
It's so weird because I mean it's a re-release / slightly modified.
It is the pinless version of this body.
Yeah, because with the Haslab Surfer, this is practically a semi-release of, had
minus
pins,
the effect
right?
parts.
Yeah, but like okay, that's cool. But the weirdest thing is they re-released the Walgreens Silver last year, which I got that one. So like, why did you re-release that one if you're gonna do this one also?
God, it's like the Transformers team. Like the re-release team seems completely disconnected from the new release team.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like I don't need to get this. Also, it doesn't have the cool cosmetic effects either, and such. Like the Walgreens one. But so it's nice that it's also plus movie tie-in. Of course, they're always kind of do this, but still just weird timing scenario.
I feel like there was a listing that said it was Silver Surfer. I was kind of hoping it was Savage Silver from Planet Hulk.
Planet Hulk. Yeah, I know. That'll be great to re-release that figure with this new really make a new version of that figure.
Because I've got the Walgreens and I've got the Haslab. I don't need this.
Mm-hmm.
If they change the board mold to give him a second peg finally.
That board mold's been actually, I think the Savage
Let's go
Pitch
back to Toy
server.
Biz era. Let's just give
No,
him
yeah,
hoops.
no. First
Let's give
wave
him- Let's give
Hasbro.
him like actual hoops and loops, like an actual.
Oh yeah, like the Toy
snowboard.
Biz one. Yeah, the hoops and
Yeah,
loops.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
the first Hasbro was the same board since then, right?
that is the same board from 2007. They've never changed it. And even when they changed it for Shala Ball for the movie, it's still the same design where it's too shallow of a peg, so they fall off of it easily. Like the peg needs to be longer, and the foothold needs to be deeper, and they need to add a second peg on that thing. I want balance. I keep having to pick up my Haslab one off the floor because he melts a little bit, falls over.
That wants to get
Come
pegged
to
twice.
me, my
That wants to
board.
get pegged twice.
Yes, we need double pegging on the Silver Surfer.
Like,
This
come
is how
on,
we
dude.
keep,
You need to listen.
This
You
is
need
how
to
we
listen
keep
to.
Sound Out, not PG.
You need to listen to Hank Hill, man. This is why he needs to listen to Hank Hill more.
Yes, he's a good friend from the Fox Kids days. All right, so then they're doing Gray Black Widow again, this time without the outer jacket. And it's specifically based on the X-Men cover, so I guess she counts as an X-Men.
Well, first off, this again, cool idea. I have the Walmart one, so I don't.
The
Need,
Target
I have
one?
the original
Or
Walmart.
the original
yeah,
Walmart of this one, yeah.
Yeah, I have, and as much as I do like this new mold, I don't feel like I need to get it because I'm kind of fine with it. But like,
Why does
this
she
could
have a
been
spider on the back when the cover she comes with doesn't?
Yeah, but like, I go
Yeah.
like, this could be a really good way to re-release the hard to find Target one, just minus some accessories. Like, I'll be fine with that.
This is the
It's
same body mold. Yeah, this is the
Yep.
same body mold, except it's the
Yeah,
gray
like
suit.
just re-release the Target one, just minus some accessories.
I'll
and
be back.
I'll be fine with it. All right.
Also, she's
Like,
the
but,
only
like-
figure in the mini comics line so far to not come with holding hands to hold the comic.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, they just have it balanced in those stupid I hate that every female legend is just those two open hands and those two fists.
They're all, every what are you talking about, Santa? Every female psychic, according to legends.
Legit. It's fine. And then we got this Daredevil, which actually I thought about getting until it was $28, and I was like, never mind. It's
it's
the
a
origin
good.
Daredevil.
You know what? This is I have no interest because I still want to read like classic classic Daredevil. I still don't have one.
Yeah, this is the Man Without Fear
but-
miniseries that redid the origin.
But also like, hey, it's a kind of good base buy for like a civilian. It's literally just a sweater and a hoodie.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Uh,
reuse potential with this, and I think this is like a really great addition to the line.
Cause I don't think you're, unless you mentioned a cat stream. Quick thoughts on the new Rivals season with Matt and Angela.
You mean Muscle Mommy Angela, and they gave him even more Aura Daredevil?
Yeah, it's the
it's
season
great.
made for you. It's the season made for you.
Yeah, and also like there's dialogue between Angela and Star-Lord that reference them being on the Guardians together. I'm like, oh, they get it, they understand. Also, Angela's gigantic. She's like 2.5 Sue Storms tall.
I know, right?
She's
I love
actually she's Asgardian built, not supermodel. I love it.
I love it. It's like, yes, big buff woman.
Yep. And then the last reveal was actually, I think, the best one. And it
Yes,
actually
it's
cleared
the
up a
best one.
question. Astonishing Beast, which is not everyone's favorite, but like, oh my god, we're so close to finishing the Astonishing team.
This is the only one I pre-ordered because one, I need a blue beast. I only had gray beasts, and I want beast blue.
It's
And
funny,
also,
I never
love
got the
the-
Gray Beast because I associate that with his Avengers time.
Well, yeah, I got it because I think it was the only beast I found at the time, and also I got it from a secondhand store. Pretty much, it was like
Yeah.
cheap. But also he also one thing I like with the gray beast, he has a happy end. I hate the original blue beast where he's always
Mhm.
angry, all that stuff.
The damn Jim Lee
Um,
head.
Yeah. Here he has both kind of heads. You got battle ready head, and you've got calm neutral head, which I want for my Hanks. Also, I always like Beastman, like Catman, Beast.
Yeah, second
also-
evolution Beast.
Yeah.
This does explain. This does answer the question we had, which is why wasn't Beast in X-Men '97 Wave 3?
I do
Yeah.
need to pick up Scott. Because I have Wolverine. I need to pick up Scott soon. I'm pretty sure I can get him for cheap nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna get Emma because I'm getting the '97 one. Also, I don't like that figure. I don't like the astonishing Emma figure look. I don't like the face sculpt
I
personally.
love how perfectly
Uh,
she matches the artwork, which means she does not look great.
Yeah, so I want Emma needs to be hot. That's part of her
Yes.
character. So that's
I gotta tell you, it was rough being an Emma Frost fan, having Frank Quitely and John Cassaday back to back, not really sure how to draw Emma's face.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But so I'm just happy to get a good beast. But can we talk about the problem with this? Do you want to talk about the X-Men elf in the room, or do you want to, or is that after?
I mean, we
talk
can
about
talk about
everything?
it now. 4/6 of this wave is X-Men.
Which, yeah, like
Right? Like, the only thing that's not X-Men here is Silver Surfer and Daredevil, because that Black Widow, while she's not an X-Men character, they use the X-Men cover of her, Cap, and Wolverine.
and that's the thing. Like I like X-Men, I do, but I'm super casual. I
They're
don't
my
know
third
everything.
favorite superhero team at Marvel, and yet I'm like, why is there 49 X-Men figures in a single year?
Like I'm drowning. Like I like there's stuff like okay, like I'm fine with like I don't count like the game reverse characters. Like that's not that's just because they're part of NBC. So I don't mind those. I don't mind the 97 Wave 3
Mm.
because it makes
I
sense.
was
But
talking
like
to somebody about this earlier, though. If you just collect X-Men, this is still too many damn figures.
yeah, but also like if you're not a big X-Men guy, man, it's annoying. Like it's
Yeah.
a bit annoying to be honest.
Mr. Doogie says, you get the
Like
impression that Marvel's finally let them do all the X-Men they've denied them over the years. That's what it feels like. It feels like, oh my god, we can finally do X-Men, and so like we're getting all the X-Men we would have gotten 10 years ago when they were banned.
yeah, but man, like like
It's too much.
like because for me, I love my like Fantastic Four and my I love street level. I love the street level characters like Luke Cage, Iron Fist,
Mm.
some of the Spidey characters. That's my feel of Marvel, and I've been like dry pretty much for that area.
Yeah, like for me, I'm
Besides,
like, my thing is that like my X-Men Marvel Legends are like my main collecting, right? So you think, oh, you should be so happy you're getting so much X-Men. I'm like, no, I hate it, especially with these prices. It's too much.
also it's just
Trying to keep my head above
variety.
water.
It's like it's also just variety. It's so
Yeah.
like I'm tired. I'm tired of X-Men. I love X-Men, but like I'm so tired.
Like,
of
did
seeing
we
it
need
everywhere.
3 2-packs on top of a whole wave of X-Men 97?
Mm-hmm.
Like at the
Like,
same
like that.
time?
Like I see like this like I think it's just like I like I
At
think
least they're doing
the
different characters, unlike Spider-Man, where it's been mostly variations of Spider-Man this year.
yeah, which my those are easy skip ones at the very least. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why I don't mind the Spider-Man ones. It's why like when you told me how many Spider-Man figures were
Yeah, there's
this
been
year, I didn't
32
realize,
Spider-Man figures.
but I didn't realize it because I think because a lot of them are just
Because
variants that
I think, well, I mean, think about that Spider-Man 2 wave. It was 5 Peter and Miles costume variants, Black Cat and Venom.
and Kingpin.
Kingpin.
And I like to pick up Felicia and Kingpin,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But like I don't know, because I just feel because it's all just costume
There's so many,
variants.
so many
or-
costume variants, and so it's like, that's why I think like the X-Men's a bigger problem, because it's like, you know, first of all, it's too much X-Men sucking up the line, and then also it's like, if you're collecting X-Men, if you're going for unique characters, like this way it's got 3 unique characters. Even if you have Beast, you still got 2 out of 6. That's a lot.
And I'm like, and meanwhile, I'm like, I know Rachel Summers, but I don't recognize that look. And I don't like, I'll go, who's Feral again? I think I recognize her.
Oh,
I don't
also, every
know.
time we get an X-Men character from after the 90s, you can cheer for joy, because apparently they don't like doing that often. That Beast is a miracle, because everything we get for X-Men is all 80s and 90s X-Men. There's like 2 more decades they don't touch.
And that's a Fantastic Four fan. God, I'm dry.
Don't
Like,
you love that Fantastic Four this year was made-to-order Dragon Man, Super Skrull, and She-Hulk?
And I didn't order Dragon Man back then because I didn't know the character. I kind of sort of regret that, but like not too much. I didn't pick up She-Hulk because that's what okay, that one I may go back and pick up, but yeah, I'm happy with just one She-Hulk for now. And I'm probably gonna skip a Super Scroll because of the price. So I've been nuts of a trying
Yep.
try up and such like that.
Well, if we follow the track record of this year, getting us all the X-Men stuff we should have got last year, Fantastic Four next year?
I'll be happy for that because I think for me with Fantastic Four versus X-Men, I think with Fantastic Four, one there
Fantastic
isn't
Four
that many
versus
characters.
X-Men was a good comic.
Yeah, but also like there isn't as much Fantastic. I mean, there is, but like that's kind of the problem with X-Men, and in a good and bad way. X-Men feels like its own universe.
Yep.
And that's a good thing and a bad thing because there's so many characters in X-Men that you like. It just feels like they're their own comic company. At this
Every
point, it feels
book's a team book.
Mhm. And it's hard to
Solo
keep
X-Men
track-
books don't sell, which is crazy, you know?
And such. So yeah, like this wave is kind of a miss for me, which is sad 'cause I didn't really like Wave 1 of the comic way. I thought Wave 1 was
I bought
pretty damn
everything
good.
from Wave 1 except for the Iron Man.
And even then, that was a good figure still.
And that was good
from what I
variety.
see.
It was like, what? It was 1 X-Men with Dokken. It was 1 Iron Iron Man for like your
No,
classic
two.
event.
Two X-Men. Two X.
Two X-Men.
Well, two
Who's the other
X-Men
one?
with Banshee. Banshee
Oh yeah, Banshee and Daken. But then Daken also doubled as an Avenger.
was the Dark. Well, yeah, Dark Avenger. You have Miles. You have Rom. You have Warlock. You have Ultimate Iron Man. That was a good variety.
Yeah, that was
there.
like 2 cosmic characters. Here we get 1 cosmic character. You got 2 Avengers. Here we get 1 Avenger. And then it's like, yeah, it's 3 X-Men.
I think also because the first mini comic wave was a really good pick because we got a bunch of characters that are big characters but didn't have much time like they didn't get much figures. Like there wasn't
Yeah.
that many Warlocks. Miles is really rare.
Every one of these characters has had a figure prior except for Farrell.
Yeah.
And most people keep thinking Farrell is Wolfsbane.
I think that's my problem. That's me. I was like, where, I feel like I know Farrell.
Wolfsbane
And
doesn't
then you
have a
just said-
tail.
Yeah, you just said it. I know Wolfsbane because I like Wolfsbane, but
Yeah.
I did not know Farrell. But I got the two confused.
Farrell is one of those characters that only really existed in 90s X-Force, and she is super problematic, and there's a reason she's not had a toy since. The only reason they made her was to finish the X-Force team in the 90s. Mr. Doogie said, what's your most wanted 2000s and 2010s X-Men? I'm personally waiting on Honey Badger, Armor, or Glob. At this point, anything. Anything from 2000s and 2010 X-Men. You throw me Quentin Quire and I'll actually celebrate because it's not the 90s.
Did we get one of him?
We
I
got
thought we
one of
did.
him. We got the Krakoa look.
Yeah, and that's one's enough for him.
Yeah, I don't need another Quentin, but like, you know, we got Vulcan, but like that again, sea of nothing. You know, even the 90s stuff like Generation X. Where's the rest of that team? We got 3 of them. Where's the rest?
Yeah.
At least we can mark off X-Force and Excalibur, and we can move on to other things. All right, let's get to the other thing. The next reveal was another X-Men.
Yeah.
But I'm actually excited about it because Iceman, and we got an Iceman with actual effect parts.
This by itself great announcement, but it was just hopefully another X-Men announcement.
Yeah.
At least the figure I do want because I don't have an Iceman. And also, there's been no good Iceman legends. All of them have been kind of stinky.
I love that he comes with a snowball to throw.
Yeah.
So
also,
cute.
I also like his the classic Iceman makes the bridge effect there he comes with also.
Yeah, because that's like the only
I
effect
love-
we've ever really gotten is that bridge effect came with the retro carded one, and then we've never had ice blast effects before. We got the snowball. You got 2 different heads. He actually looks translucent like ice instead of being like kind of foggy, which I think is
I kind of
cool.
wish he had some. I kind of wish he had some blue shading, but overall, I think he's good. I mean, does this count as Air NBC Iceman?
It's going to be the closest you're going to get to an NBC Iceman because they just don't make them that often. I'd say it's definitely a good release. I'm excited about it. It's just again,
I mean,
it's
way
like-
better. It's I think the last Iceman we got was the horrible Amazing Friends Iceman.
yeah. Blade Raider, that was Tigra in the '90s Avengers cartoon. There's too many cat girls at Marvel.
You mean
There's Hellcat-
Tigress? You
No.
mean Tigress, right? You said the Thundercat.
No, Tigra. Tigress is
Alright.
Artemis Croc in DC Comics.
I keep all these tiger main.
Tigra
characters,
with an I is the Marvel character, and then Tigra with a Y is the Thundercats character.
Thundercat. There's so many.
Just like there's
Characters.
Panthro and Panthor.
There's so many characters. These guys. There's so many characters the
The
same.
dyslexia is,
Yeah, don't forget Patsy Walker, Hellcat, Black Cat as well, Felicia Hardy. It's a lot of cat girls.
Anyways, next
This was sometimes we talk about remaking old characters. This is actually really needed because Gladiator came out in 2018,
Yeah. So this
and
is,
he was
as
a
much as-
re-release of a figure from 2014.
Yeah. So this is the case where it's more X-Men, which again annoyance, but this one I'm
It's
fine with,
cosmic.
at least it makes sense. Yeah, it counts as cosmic. Also, sort of fits into your '97 your X-Men '97 display. Also, kind of because we have Mr. Space Superman, Outer Space,
And then
Superman.
Evil Death Whore.
Yep.
Deathbird. We've never
Deathbird.
had a Marvel Legend of Deathbird before, so this is a long time coming.
So I'm fine with this one. Yeah, because it's more X-Men. It is characters we needed for a long time.
And
it
then
also
being
is cosmic.
Shi'ar, they're involved in Imperial right now, which is a cosmic event, so it's
Mm.
I like it. It's nice to finally get Deathbird, and updating Gladiator is nice because the previous
Oh,
video came with
anyways.
2 heads or 2 fists.
Anyways, the last one, Cows.
Yeah.
It's your boy for the last reveal.
Are you ready for this, Cows?
Well, I'm looking.
All right. I'm just gonna put the image up, and then I think you'll know what this is. If you didn't already know.
Oh! I know that background.
Uh huh.
Yes.
How about Mr. Caked Up in Green Pants over here?
Yes, it's the dynamic duo.
Mr. If I remember right, what did he do? Yo!
Yep.
In the games, he just goes, "Fuck."
Yep, we're getting a Nick Fury and
classic
Punisher
Nick-
2-pack.
Yeah.
From that arcade game, we cannot mention, even though it's literally the name of the character.
I mean, they use the logo from the game.
Because it's just the Punisher logo
Yes.
of that time of the 90s. Listening
so
to them
glad.
listening to talk about the game without mentioning the game is so funny because
Yep.
they're so obvious they're trying to avoid copyright.
So, like,
But anyways-
I put the Punisher
That's
Capcom
so
game.
cool.
I put the Punisher Capcom game into the video just for the shits and giggles of it. I didn't expect I was predicting the future.
Look at that. Look
I
at
love the back of the box art actually being the character select.
Yes. I love Fury comes with a bat. He has the beat 'em up weapon.
I love that they have guns and grenades and money and a tiny little explosion.
Hey, Final
It's-
Fight
it's-
figures can't even be this good.
Right?
Also, like with actual gun guns, like some of these guns look pretty realistic.
Fan channel,
Well,
baby.
that's how they were in the game. Yeah.
It's the 2-pack of Santa. It's the 2-pack of me and Santa when we played the game.
Yes.
That's still my
Can't wait.
favorite moment. That's one of my favorite stream moments. Is us. Me and you
Hellfire
playing
is
the
so
game.
tired. I thought Nick Fury was Solid Snake for a moment.
I mean,
I mean, look at it.
Yep. I mean, look at him. This is
Like,
great.
I can't wait till he's going to drop people with Punisher figure.
And I think
Hell
it's
yeah.
another. I think so. I think Punisher's a repaint of the War Joint, which is so funny. How we got two Punishers exclusive to a 2-pack again.
Yeah, Marvel's still weird about actually like releasing Punisher stuff. They're more
Also,
open
these
to
are-
it now, but you know, here we still
What's
are.
our first? I think this is our first classic Nick Fury in a while. Because I think the last time was what, the Black Widow wave, was
No,
it?
it was the 3-pack with Dugan and Sharon.
Oh yeah, because that came with two heads. They came with both Junior and
Senior,
Classic Fury,
yeah.
right? Senior, right? I keep forgetting because I mostly see people
It's
just
going
play
up
it
for
as
pre-order on
Senior.
the 25th on fan channels and Amazon.
This one I'm pre-ordering. I'm
I'm
this
so
one.
happy about this. I mean, I've been ordering. I got all the Capcom sets. This is. I mean, of course I'm gonna get this because holy crap, guys! Like, I didn't expect them to go back. We talked about this, right? Each one of the Gamerverse items matches a game in the collection, and here's the last game
Yep.
in the collection, right? I think this is awesome.
Like, because it's so random because just like how Punisher was included in the NPC collection, you keep forgetting it's technically the start
Yeah.
of the Capcom Marvel
Yep.
legacy and such.
Yep.
It was the first.
But yeah, I love this set. I love
And then they
the
tease
photos.
some gold bars in a bag, which don't mean anything to me.
Just random goons.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
Punisher set,
this-
I think, is the winner of the stream.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
if there's a Kingpin from this game that they release?
Oh,
I mean, it's
how
like-
I long for a big, thick brick Kingpin.
I
Right?
mean, Spider-Man 2 was the closest to that.
Yeah,
I
but he's
guess.
still kind of thin. I want him to have a belly.
Yeah, we need like Spider-Verse Kingpin.
Yes, because that's the thing. The only complaint I have with the Kingpins is that he's husky, but he's not rotund.
Because isn't the Black Suit Kingpin a remold of the Joe Fizzik, right, from
Yeah.
the Square Enix Avengers?
I think they're all very similar to the previous Kingpins, too. But it is very similar to Joe Fixit. That's why he's a little bit brickier. Yeah. No, this is great.
Yeah, because I mean
Yeah,
overall I think
Punisher.
the stream was okay, but it has. I sound like one of those awful. I sound like one of those stupid Smash fans that says too much Fire Emblem, but like it's.
I mean, it is
but-
kind of too much X-Men, man.
but this one, this actually feels like too much extra. Because whenever does people say too much Fire Emblem, I always scoff at because it's only just
what
that
Fire
one
Emblem
new
has less
character.
characters in there than Mario.
Yeah,
Less
but
than
this is literally
Zelda.
yeah, but here it's literally just half the stream is X-Men.
Maybe it truly is the year of MVC because I look at the MVC2 roster and also say too much X-Men.
Yeah, and at least to be fair, that was them reusing assets.
Yes, but it also, there is what is it? There's already too much X-Men in MVC2 by reusing assets, and what's the two new Marvel characters? Two X-Men.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then they got rid of them, and then they got rid of them the next week.
Yeah. No, I think overall, I think, because I say, Mr. Doogie, I agree. I'd at least like them to spread out the X-Men releases to ease up on my wallets. I 100% agree, because for me, my main focus with Marvel Legends is X-Men, with the the random times they put out some Cosmic or Fantastic Four. I don't do the Avengers stuff as much. I don't do the Spider-Man stuff as much. I pick up a figure here and there. But my main focus with Marvel Legends is X-Men, and when there's this much X-Men, I feel like I'm drowning. And that's not a fun experience, because then I'm trying to decide what's going to sell out, what's not going to sell out, can I wait on this, can I get that, when do I buy this, why is everything coming in at once, all that stuff. It's not fun. It's annoying. I want less X-Men.
I did not enjoy paying for both the Transformers and NBC packs.
I'm so glad I ordered the MVC packs at Pulse, because they're not in yet. I saved myself that way. Yeah, anyways, but I think, it was a decent enough stream, but God, too much X-Men. Too much X-Men. If you have some other toy news, we're just going to kind of power through. Because God, none of this is that remarkable. This all just feels like updates. But that's fine, because, have we already crossed the 3-hour limit? Complaining about X-Men?
Yep. Yes.
Every week, I will complain about X-Men. Emilio says, "Who's my favorite X-Men character?" It's Storm. It's not up for debate. It is. And she is also the best X-Men, and everybody can fight me.
I mean, there's a reason I want to play Marvel Tokon.
Exactly. I want to play Marvel Tokon to play as Storm, because she's my favorite X-Men. Jerry wants to play Marvel Tokon for Storm, because he's down bad for her.
And then you get and then here comes the Kamala and Star-Lord to kill you both instantaneously.
Yes. I'm gonna main Ghost Rider in that game, even if he sucks. I'm gonna be like when I mained RoboCop in Mortal Kombat 11, even though he was objectively terrible, and I just felt really proud of myself.
The fact that we have not got a new Kamala Khan figure is baffling.
I respect the character loyalty, sound. That's me with fighting games too.
Thank you. It's just like how long did I play Miguel as my main in Tekken 7 with his dinosaur or his T-Rex arms? Not being able
Pretty
to hit
much.
How about High Main Injustice 2?
Blue Beetle Injustice 2 was hard as shit. That was rough. I did it. It was rough. And then they added Red Hood, and he was also terrible. I was like, stop hurting me, DC.
I can't believe they haven't got a Kamala figure since Square Enix Avengers. At least
comic-wise,
this Kamala design, I would love to see a figure of.
Yes, I would love it too. God, Mr. Tanuki said the correct thing that's going to happen. I know. Oh, said the monkey paw curls in the next Kamala Khan is in her awful X-Men costume.
Yeah, no.
Da-da-da-da, Superman.
Da-da-da-da, Fantasy Naga. We've seen her like a dozen times. She's finally coming out.
A woman.
A woman with a power-up. Everybody says, oh, there's not misogyny in Kamen Rider. Okay, so every other main character in the show got a power-up that was shirt and pants, but the woman only gets a shirt power-up.
Shirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't afford pants.
Yeah, this is anyway, she's $90.
Did Naga ever get one of those post-series super forms or no?
Nope. This is what she got. And in the show, she had these cool swords she could throw at people. And they're in this fancy promo image, but they didn't actually make them as a physical toy.
Oh, boo.
Yeah. Also, Wingman Guardian silhouette, which I think is a power-up?
Yeah, it is. From what I know, I should need to see the wing buff they were doing in the Toku. I feel bad because I really like what I've seen of it. I just need to actually watch it.
Yep.
He's
P Bandai Japan Asia only.
What happened with Toei?
What happened with Toei?
They even told Ryo Horikawa was getting a live action to help them promote it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I was there. I was there with Wheels when we told Horikawa.
And he's like, "Hey, you know, have you seen the what's your thoughts on the live action?" And he says, "Oh, they announced one." And I was like, "It's been out for about a couple of months now." And he sat there, and his translator sat there looking at each other, going, "Wait, what?" And they're like, "Yeah, it was all over the news, the media in Japan, over here, overseas." People talking about
Wheels are like,
Tokusatsu and Super
you didn't know?
He didn't know. They never told Ryo Horikawa, the star of the original anime
Yep.
adaptation, that Wingman. They never told him
Which is weird because usually they usually like to get like
They
the original
usually get voice
actors.
actors to
Yeah.
make cameos or other people. They
I
never.
bet you he was
pulled-
mad when he came back. He was like, "Y'all didn't tell me."
Yeah.
The
Legit.
look on his face was like I'm gonna talk to people.
Yeah, no, the look on him and his buddy, who's a translator as well as one of his like international agents, was like, huh? And we're like, so you guys didn't know? And I'm like, there's even a figure art, and I pull up on my phone the figure art, and he's just like, what? He's just like full his Vegeta voice, like Nani, and we're just like, oh boy. And everyone's like,
Remember,
look at us, go, what did you
Yep.
guys do?
Toei don't give a shit about anybody, allegedly.
Why did none of the actors come back?
Yeah, exactly.
we talk about how Soraya could able to bring back all the new gen actors and some of the older hasty actors and the show actors, but not.
Why do you think
but
Hibiki's
not
voice
Toei.
is not in a CSM?
Speaking of,
Well, first, before then, if you thought the old cross saber was not long enough and hard enough for you, you can get a bigger, harder, longer one, 200 times the size for
Bigger,
your Kamen Rider
larger.
saber needs.
And uncut.
Uncut. Yeah, I was
you
gonna make the same
you
joke.
can get the
You can see how uncut it is because it's got the slider thing you can move up and down.
you can get the physic
His force
physic
skin.
breaking laws of physics swords. Like,
Yes, you
seriously.
can. I think
It's
this is
so
the last
funny
one they needed to make, right? Like, I think this was the last one of
Yeah.
the ones that go with the main belt.
Yeah.
It also has
I-
Rewrites a
it-
Story, which is a good song.
It is so funny how the henchman sequence, the swords, like how do the swords work? They had to be like lightsabers because these
Magic.
large things cannot fit. Yeah. Also, it makes me realize. You think when did Saber came out again? Was that 2021, 2022, 2021?
Yeah.
Was it? You think they made a whole comedy series all about swords because of the success of the Demon Slayer swords? sword
Probably.
sales?
Because they had way too many characters in that show just to make sure they had 12 swords. Yeah.
We want to make our own show. We want to make our own show and see.
I know they still, yeah, so they did the full size of these, but I don't think they've done the full size of, like, Sabellas or Durandals and stuff, so. Anyways,
Have they
Because I
done
wouldn't even
had they
call
done the
those
guy that
swords,
turned
they
it
were
into a
like
sword
batons.
yet?
they haven't done the guy that turned into a sword yet.
Oh, that's the fun one.
Yeah. All right. Next story. This actually interests me. It's the Demon Flute for Kamen Rider Ibuki, releasing in February for 16,500 yen. Has 4 BGMs and sound effects, and includes a dual transformation sound with Hibiki from episode 10. It does come with an animal disc, but it doesn't actually sense the animal disc. It doesn't have a reader on it. Probably because it's
Too
so small. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does come with the Cobra disc, which is nice. No belt this time because Bandai said we ain't making a trumpet.
Boo.
Da, 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 da.
Duh.
Wait, is that what did you play, Dream Man?
Trombone.
Wait, is there a trombone in Hibiki? I don't remember.
No. Well, at least
Oh,
not in the show.
yeah.
I think there was one in a novel or something.
They're underrepresenting you.
The nice part is you can press a button to do the sound effects, or you can blow on it. So you can blow Ibuki.
Oh, wait. Ha 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 ha.
Just don't buy this. Don't buy these used. Then
Yeah,
that's the game.
I would not buy this used.
You don't want the DNA of someone.
Yep. I was gonna get this, and I was gonna pre-order it from like Toku Collectibles or something, and then the Fan of the Opera Kickstarter came up. I'm like, well, so we're not doing that. Maybe we'll get it later. I gotta get my Phantom big case. Also, I do love Hibiki. I do like Ibuki. But my boy Todoroki is up next because they had announced that they're doing the Henshin Kaigan Onjo and Onka, which is the arm brace for Todoroki, and then it'll either come with parts or a second one for Zanki. I think parts. I think it'll just be a faceplate cover thing. They're not making a guitar, so they're just gonna make the brace for him.
Bitches, pussy ass bitches.
I know. I would have bought the guitar. I love Todoroki. He's my boy.
Because the guitar can double as a shuffle.
Yes, exactly. No, for me, because I bought the Hibiki Seiho figure art, right? Because I needed main writer. And then when they made Ibuki and Todoroki and Zanki, I just bought Todoroki. Because, like, Ibuki's technically the secondary writer, but, like, Todoroki felt more like the secondary writer to me, and also I just like him more. He's cool. Like, that's my favorite guy from Hibiki.
That's the funny thing about Hibiki, was literally Blue Boy was supposed to be, but then they said, nah, guitar, though.
Yeah, the guitar boy was
Like,
more fun. he had that rock star energy.
It's like the great argument of, yo, so we gave you 3 writers at the start of Blade. It's up for you to interpret who you want to be your secondary writer.
Yeah, because like it's technically
'cause
Garin, but
Toei's like-
Chalice fits the role better.
Yeah, because we know they were like, oh, it's Garin. Then why did you make Chalice the cool one?
Exactly.
It's like when you
Um,
watch Geeks. Buffa's the secondary writer.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Why the fuck is Tycoon over here being the GOAT then?
Is it, I mean,
Exactly.
I always view Geets as Tycoon's the protagonist, and Geets was the secondary writer.
Yeah, it's like a Ryuki situation where it's like Knight's the protagonist, and Ryuki's his plucky sidekick.
Yeah,
But
he
then-
is
but
Robin.
then-
He
but
is
that's the thing.
Robin.
Guys,
Where
Yes.
Knight is
but then
literally
we go-
Batman.
But then we go to the second arc, and Geets is literally the main protagonist because he's like, I'm God, and I need to stop these people from screwing the world.
Yeah, that just makes him important. Doesn't make him the protag. But on that note, I want my boy Todoroki's henshin brace because he's so cool. All right. The NECA 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are going up for pre-order on Thursday. If you order them through the NECA store, you can get the Turtles and Shredder, and you get free shipping. These should be available at all retailers, but they might be pre-ordering on NECA store first before showing up at other places. We have some pretty promotional pictures of them, and they look really nice.
They look so nice. The only problem I have, because I think everybody else looks great, but Leo had my problem. My only problem with Leo is I like the menacing head, but I don't like that it's the only other head you get besides his action head.
Yeah.
The white out eyes. Because everybody else had their bright, big, googly, normal eyes, but Leo's just always closed eyes and such like that. I don't like that.
I like the
And
unmasked head
such-
on Shredder. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love that.
Yeah,
Wait,
I think
just,
otherwise these look
huh,
great,
'cause-
right?
wait, I just realized with Shredder then, because the photo has him without the helmet, with holding the helmet, with there's no face inside, and then but in the promo photos it has the head, the unhelmeted head by
Yeah.
itself. So like, I'm assuming that means that hopefully you could take the eyes out, the helmeted head. If you want to do shots like that, then
I'm assuming that's the
Hopefully.
case, or it's actually the helmet just moves over the head, and they just took the shot and then they added the accessory shot in post.
I'm not sure because that's instant paint rub. I
Yeah.
feel like there.
It would be better if it was 2 heads, but
Yeah, I'm curious how it
2
works,
heads are
but yeah.
better than 1. Waka 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 waka.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I can't wait for these so much.
they look
They
great.
look
I
really
can't wait
great.
to actually have, in scale, like...
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a letterhead that's
mutants.
finally in scale with them.
Yes.
Are we gonna get a dog
It's
pound that's
such-
actually dog pound?
Yes. Please.
Oh yeah, and a Splinter that's actually cartoon accurate for once, instead of looking like Master Chief for Kung Fu Panda.
Yep. No, these
and
look great.
such.
Props to NECA on these. Now, where's Rise?
Have you seen the front covers? Because they actually got Shiel Nelly back to do the front covers of the
Oh, that's
boxes.
awesome. I love that they do that. Like when they get all Kevin Eastman to draw all those packaging arts for the Mirage stuff.
We're just like, oh, I don't want to take. I probably just gotta like cut those art pieces out then, because instead of throwing it out, because
That's what I've been doing with
Those-
the Mirage stuff.
yeah, because they're too nice.
I don't like. I don't know if this is me. I don't like nice fancy boxes on toys anymore, just because I want to be able to get rid of them without.
I want to throw them. Yeah, I want to throw
I
them
want
away
guilt
for
free.
space.
Like I'm just like Black Series boxes just go, but then I look at the Transform art and and then I'm just like, no, just toss it, just toss it. There's 100 photos online of it, just toss it. I've been trying to get myself to do that more. All right, and then wrapping things out, my
It's
favorite
your
Batman
time.
movie that doesn't
That's
star
it.
Robert Pattinson, Batman
It's time for you to
Returns.
gush. It's time for you to gush about these.
Yes, so McFarlane, I've been bitching a while about, y'all. I'm going to give you some credit today. I hope you're listening. The redesign
Nah,
on this
he's cracked
Batman
out.
is top tier. Okay, we got the Michael Keaton Batman from '89 and the Flash. The one from '89, which by the way, this is different for Batman Returns because the armor design is different.
Yeah, people who don't know, that it is two different. It actually is two different suits.
Yes.
For Returns and original.
So first of all, they redid the cape. So the actual like solid plastic part goes over the top of the cape, so that way it's accurate to how it would flow in the movie. And then they did this thing with the neck. So one of the biggest problems Michael Keaton had with the movies was that he could not turn his head because the Batman cowl was one solid piece over the shoulders that holds the cape in, over his head. He could not turn his neck. No movement. So on the '89 version, they just gave him a normal head so he can just turn his head all over the place, but it breaks up the look of the cowl. For this, they still kept the neck joint in, which isn't
I think it's-
accurate, but they redesigned it so the neck and the head are all one solid piece with a ball
Yeah,
joint down
'cause
in the torso so it can move, but it's still a solid piece so it doesn't break the look.
Yeah, it's using the style they use for like the Three Jokers mold and such as that, which
Yeah.
is really smart.
I love it. This is a great design innovation because they could have stuck straight to accuracy and he wouldn't be able to turn his head. That's why there's so many shots of Michael Keaton with side eye in those movies because he couldn't turn his head without his whole body.
Or he just turns his whole body.
Yeah, it just turns the whole body like RoboCop, right?
Yeah.
Even RoboCop could turn his head though. But anyways, I think this is a great evolution. It makes this like the best version, and this is the best Batsuit that Michael Keaton ever wore. So win. I like this one a lot better than the 89 one. Because the 89 one with the fake muscles, I hate it. I like the armor look.
And also, I appreciate it will still fit in, because since he has the cloth cake, you can still fit in the Batmobile, thankfully.
Definitely. All right, this Catwoman is incredible. Okay, like McFarlane and female characters, when they exist, has been like, oh, are they good? Look at this Michelle Pfeiffer head sculpt on her. My goodness, they actually got a likeness going that looks right, which is not, they're not 100% accurate all the time on this, but this is a hell of a good head sculpt. Her body is 100% new because she has to have the stitching, which I think is great.
Yeah, and also, it's clever to hide the joint underneath. You see how they did the waist cut?
Yes.
Because it does. It looks like it's really clever how they did the.
Yeah,
her
like the
waist
bodice is
motion.
a overlay piece, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and then I think the only reused part, I don't know for sure because I can't see the whole thing. I think the whip is reused from the Jim Ballant Catwoman, the purple
Well,
suit
no,
one.
I'm not surprised because what's the point of making a new one?
That whip was also
that one-
long enough to strangle somebody with, so like,
I
let's
know
go.
that. Yeah, which is gonna be great for Mr. Walken in a minute.
Yep. Oh, that's a good point. Aaron said these are part of the deluxe theatrical. These, I feel like these are worth the extra price because look, like the unique parts,
Yeah, 'cause
the sculpt,
'cause
the
I
paint. This is what deluxe should always be.
I feel like some of the Superman figures, some work. Like I think some fit that price, some didn't. Like,
Mr. Terrific does
some
not
didn't.
feel like a deluxe figure. The Superman with the Crypto does, but the Mr. Terrific just feels like a normal McFarlane figure. So this is great. All right, the Commando Penguins 3-pack is going to be exclusive to McFarlane's Toy Store, which is annoying. I don't like that, but if something was going to be McFarlane Toy Store, I'm glad it was this and not like Catwoman, for example, right? So I got to order that because I need my penguins.
I mean, they're good. They are just kind of glorified set. This is accessory pack.
It is, yeah.
Practically.
All right, Max Shrek, which, by the way, look at that Christopher Walken head.
Mr. Walken.
It looks so good. He's reusing some parts from other figures, but that's totally fine. He's a guy in the suit. He's the red platinum of this. And I do hate the red platinum, but I will say evil businessman in business suit is a good choice for red platinum over like Mr. Terrific.
I mean, it's just dude in suit.
Yeah. If you don't know who Christopher Walken is, you don't know the movie, he's not that interesting of an action figure. So if one of them was going to have to be red platinum, this is an appropriate fit. The other thing I like, which is breaking form for red platinum, is they said this will be available to pre-order from GameStop on Friday, and it will appear in Walmart and Target stores in October. So Walmart and Target are going to do pre-orders. There's not going to be Amazon pre-orders or whatnot, but GameStop you can pre-order it from. That solves my problem with red platinum, is the fact you can't just order it online. So, good. We've improved. My bitching worked, I guess. I don't know. But that does mean I need to be watching GameStop like a hawk on Friday because I need my Max Shrek.
You want that Walken?
I want that walking. Works for my James Bond display of I have the James Bond villains. Can someone make a James Bond?
The trash man.
Yes, yes, we have Frank from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Wow,
No.
look at that coat. I didn't take a look at these photos that much
Yes.
until now, but wow, they actually did like a fully like fuzzy like coat on him.
Look at
That's
that.
impressive.
The collar, the coat itself, the paint applications. Why does he have a normal ass left hand?
Yeah, but I just noticed that. Like, why is it? Yeah,
That's a reuse from the comic Penguin.
Penguin. Yeah, the comic Penguin probably.
My
yeah. I think
hope
they're
is that just like all the other deluxe theatricals, he's going to come with multiples of hands, and there's going to be a set that's like flipper hands. And I'll leave the flipper hands on him forever. Outside of that, fantastic.
like that coat. Again, I can't believe they actually went out of the way to make a like actual like fuzzy coat.
Yeah, these actually feel like they're worth like the $30 price or whatever the deluxe theatricals are.
the paint, and the head sculpt especially. Wow, that does look like Danny DeVito.
Hmm. And then
The
The
trash
duck.
man or whatever.
the duck. We're getting the
Wait.
duck.
Wait, hold on. Where's the soundboard? Where is it? Where's that? There it is.
Yes.
Quack, quack.
The duck is actually full size. The Batmobiles were
right.
shrunk a little bit to fit price points.
But
and stuff.
I mean, we know the scale because of Mr. DeVito there.
Yes, the penguin is a full size figure. The duck is full scale. I'm so happy, guys. I love this stupid duck. Like, this thing is the goofiest shit in this movie. That's why Batman Returns is such a great movie, because it's like dark and serious, but then it's got goofy ass duck. It's the Batman experience. I love this duck. I bought a Hot Wheels of this duck. I think it's still sitting behind my TV. I'm not gonna try to reach it right now. It's gonna knock something over. I love this duck. It's a full-size duck. It comes with the penguin in his, like, dying outfit.
You want to say, it's called the dying suit because of
Yes,
the final.
it's
finale.
exclusive to GameStop. I'm Friday's plan is I'm just gonna hit click, you know, get my Max Shrek, get my duck.
I love Blade Raider's comment.
Is this the G-Quacks everyone was talking about? Yes, it is. For me, it is. This is more exciting for me than anything that happened in G-Quacks, because I've wanted this duck as a full-size toy for like 25 years. I love this duck. So I guess my plan on Friday is I'll probably order the duck and Shrek from GameStop. I'll get the penguins. If McFarlane Toy Store does that bundle thing where they bundle like Batman, Catwoman, Penguin, and the penguins, I'll probably do that. You know, like click order bundle, make it easy. But I'm getting my duck. I'm getting my Max Shrek. I'm getting my penguins. I'm getting all these figures look amazing.
He's getting
Here's
duck.
a question. Will you do a full video on them when you get the whole wave?
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see how the view counts on other videos do. Because if it's something like if I get like a Ben 10 level hit, I could just do it and not even care what happens.
You need to do it for the duck. At most, do a short on the duck.
There will at least be a short on the duck, at minimum, for sure. At minimum, duck short, maybe full video.
He doesn't give a duck.
No, I gotta tell you though, like
Ducking
I
awesome.
know it's hard,
Mother ducker.
and I don't care if I have to buy like a $200 play set. I need a Jack Nicholson Joker. I need a Jack Nicholson Joker to finish this. Like it's the only villain we don't have. I mean, we don't have Bane, but who cares about that? I want a Jack Nicholson Joker.
Get duck.
Wait, no, I know a perfect two pack. I know a perfect 2-pack.
Yes,
Joker with Bob, his number one henchman.
that'd be great. Do it as a 2-pack. Throw in Vicky Vale for fun.
No, wait. How about him and Kim? Him and Kim.
Yes, but you can also be a 3-pack with Bob, and then it looks like Bob's like the weird like.
No, we'll do 4. Let's get nuts. You want to get nuts?
I'll get a Bruce Wayne in there.
Yes, with the fire poker.
What about a 5-pack with Joker's girlfriend with the scarred face and the mask? That would be that.
No, because you know what? I realize we also need Commissioner Gordon, and we need Harvey Dent.
We do. You know what? Look, I'm just going to take the fact that we got basically everybody from Batman Returns because we have the Alfred already, right? We're covered. Commissioner Gordon was useless in this movie, so we're good. We're covered on Batman Returns.
Commissioner Gordon. Alfred and Commissioner
We already got
Gordon
Alfred.
were the only things consistent.
I know.
They were all the only ones consistent.
They were the only actors that say that's the only reason we know they're the same universe because those actors didn't change.
Exactly.
You know that Commissioner Gordon is useless. He doesn't do anything.
This is the biggest problem with that Gordon is they literally made him based on the freaking old like Silver Age Gordon. I don't know.
No,
why
even Silver Age Gordon at least threw hands every once in a while.
Okay, he's early Silver Age, late Golden Age. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah. Anyways,
where he's like what they used for the basis for 60s Batman.
That's the end of the notes, right? Yeah, we did it. All right.
No.
Yeah.
I'm glad I put this at the end because I would have blacked out about like anything else that would have been after this because I've been waiting all year for these. Didn't they show these at Toy Fair?
Getting ducked.
Yes.
He's finally losing his ducked virginity.
I'm so excited about this, guys. I love that movie so much. Quack quack.
Exactly. I wish we had our soundbite right now. Our duck soundbite.
Do I have to jump Discord calls just for a soundbite?
No. Jerry, can you upload the our duck call in here for Soundout?
I think I gotta look if I have it. good.
'Cause if you got it, you got to put it in here just for.
We'll have
Yeah,
it. We'll
I'm
have it
putting-
for next week when I recount my duck story of ordering it. Oh my God, Friday's busy
Yes,
for
that'll
me.
be perfect. That'll be perfect.
I just
sir.
realized I got to order Storm and Mystique, and then Duck, and Shrek, and Penguins, and Penguin, and Catwoman, and Batman all that morning on Friday.
And Donkey.
And Donkey. It'd be funny if there was like a Mythic Legions Donkey that pops up, and I'd be like, I just got to order that too.
Same scales, man.
Yeah, it is at the same scale. I'm gonna go check Big
still
Bad
need to
Toy
get
Store,
that
see if anything
horse.
got we'll put it for pre-order while we've been yapping. I don't like coming to news a whole week later because it feels like it's like the news is just dead and not interesting at that point. But this is yeah. Mr. D says, "Well, good thing I got paid this Friday." Yeah.
I mean, like the coolest thing that got put up for pre-order was like last weekend or during the weekend, which was what's his face on the front page there from Godzilla King of the Monsters. Like
The
fact that we're
McFarlane
getting,
Demon Slayer line isn't dead,
Yeah, no, there's new Nezuko. I mean, just repeats of Nezuko and Zenitsu, but still.
and
there's more.
Sanime.
Yeah.
Sanemi?
mhm.
Shinazuki. I
It's
can't
the- it's the
pronounce
only
this guy's
an-
name.
It's the only anime line they actually bought to make more than like 2 or 3 figures of.
It's not Dawkins' brother.
Yep.
Yeah, anyways, I think we covered it.
Yep. I had to head off early because I have some stuff to do. So
Early, we're
I'll
a half
do my-
hour over. You're good.
Hey, I'll do my shouts out. You can follow me at Dark Horse 3 on YouTube and Blue Sky do Archivist like the one you see is very channel. You want any, feel free to DM me near Blue Sky or Sound Discord protocol. Link in the description below. Anyways, have a nice day, everybody.
See ya. Ooh, there's a Planet of the Apes tabletop role playing game.
No.
I'm not buying it. I don't do tabletop role playing games.
Hey, you learned your lesson with the Power Rangers one.
Yes, which I will do a video on because I did get the last Kickstarter thing, so I can like at least make some money back from it. Feel like let's do a video talking about all these Power Rangers board games. If they do make special dice for the Planet of the Apes game, though, I'm totally buying them because I love dice on the Planet of the Apes. The Mexico filter keeps coming
Likes
back
putting
today.
dice
Is that
in
what
the
Hispanic
games,
Heritage
that's
Month is
cool.
all about, guys?
You're playing
The Breaking Bad
yeah,
Mexico
filters.
filter just keeps appearing.
Oh my God, Jerry! Remember the joke I said? If we get the compound, you, Ben, and Ogre are just gonna be playing dice in the hallway and blocking everyone from going anywhere. Remember that joke I came up with?
Yeah, I remember
over
that.
The weekend. That one had
Playing
you dying.
dice throw.
I said, yeah. No, I literally said I literally me and Jerry were joking about like having the compound, and I made the joke say, Jerry, why do I feel like you guys are just gonna break a craps game or throw them bones in the middle of the hallway when people have to like try to go to the bathroom? Hey man, you
Yeah.
ain't gonna stop. We're gonna gamble, bro. I play the dice. Like, cause Jerry was talking about dice or whatever, throwing them bones, and I went into a whole sketch of us having the compound, and how they're just gonna be in the middle of like this really, really stuffy hallway playing it, rather than doing it in the backyard or
Yeah.
on the side of the.
In a place
They're
that
gonna
would
find the
like
most-
not be in the
Yeah,
way.
like the most weird. Yes, like that's
No,
my
it's about,
theories.
I
Like,
think, being, people like me being compulsive gamblers.
Yeah. It's like I shouldn't drink alcohol because I have an addictive personality.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
just know that you guys like puking all over your family's carpet.
See, that's why I don't drink alcohol anymore. I tried it, and then I was like, no more of this. I'm good. I also don't even like the way the alcohol tastes, which is good for me, because that means that...
Only alcohol I enjoy is tequila, which really shows there's something wrong with me when I'm an Irishman drinking tequila.
Nah, it just means you're always supposed to be part of the group. You guys want to plug stuff? Because I'm ready to dip.
Well, I know you want to plug the duck.
Want that duck.
Back to duck. If only I don't have the soundbite here. Ay.
Oh, of course Kai's page goes
I know,
up.
we need that soundbite.
Of course Kai's page goes up now after we're done streaming. I'll just throw it in next week. It's just
Fuck
Kai's.
Kaiser.
I don't like the guy. Oh, he actually doesn't even go up for
It's funny,
pre-order
but-
until later, so... Hey, Spin Dash, how's it going? We used your tweets earlier for purposes
we
of
need to get Spin
talking
Dash
about
back.
blowing
We
on
need to get
swords.
Spin Dash
We were
free.
talking about blowing on flutes and how the swords are uncut. So, thanks to your tweets.
We need when Spin Dash has time, we need to get him back on our streams, man. So we have some crazy stories.
Does anybody know what next Monday's date is? The 22nd?
Something.
Thank you. I'm making the notes for next week because like Kai's is already up, page is up. So let's look at that. Already loaded.
I can't wait till Melba's up, and then I realized it had no articulation, which means it's a prototype that we're never gonna see.
Yeah, nobody asked. I don't know if anybody asked in the chat. Oh, Kyle, that's what you were talking about. I wasn't sure what was going on. Sorry about that. Thank you for like keeping me informed. I was gonna say was we're doing like they were like, oh, here's Goju Polar and stuff, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna cover it this time because how many times do we look at things and look at things
And then they don't get announced
and
for
look
3
at
months,
things
yeah.
and then they never actually come out? Like I was like, you know what? This time let's just ignore all that. Let's focus on the things that they're actually
Because like that
making.
Melba there, like it's supposedly a work in production, but remember, we still got 3 other Ultra figure arts that still haven't been released for Kaiju.
Yeah, exactly. So
Like, Birdon took what 2 years?
we're still waiting on Boone
3?
Violet, you know?
Dude, we're still waiting on Tyrant.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, let's just not
Golly.
even bother with those until the pre-orders go up.
And
Like,
Hipporito.
So are we gonna plug? So
yeah, you can plug. I'm just yapping. So we should wrap up. Who wants to
I'll
plug
just
first?
say I mean, I might as well just say, you know, for more sound out, come tomorrow 4 p.m. Eastern to twitch.tv/fightercow. Sound out. I'll put the link in there.
Yep, we'll be talking about the Nintendo Direct in full, not just the Metroid part.
Yep.
And Wheels, what do you got?
Check out our awesome website, hero-club.com. Follow us across social media using Hero Club for Life. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch.tv, Blue Sky, Hero Club for Life. Check us out on Twitch Wednesdays and Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern. And pretty much that's about it.
That's number
still
4,
gotta
by the way.
Work on that
Yes.
goddamn interview.
And links are in the description for the Hero Club Twitch page, the Fighter Cows Twitch page, and the Hero Club website. They're in the chat, not the description. They're also in the description. But anyways, I think we do like Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040. At least I do. I'm wrapping up before I get on a tangent about Bubblegum Crisis. We'll see y'all next week for another stream where it'll be fun times and good times. And thanks everybody for 30,000 subscribers, and we'll keep on trucking. See y'all next time.